players on the field for West Virginia State. I was doing a quick count, and I was like, I think we're missing a linebacker. So this was a symbolic play. I'm sure that Carson Newman will decline the delay of game, and then we'll just sort of reset the game clock and proceed.
Yeah, it's a good catch right there, Kent. Yeah,
I'm sure that Carson Newman will decline the delay of game, and then we'll just sort of reset the game clock and proceed.
Yeah, it's a good catch right there, Kent. Yeah, again, West Virginia State symbolically having only 10 on the field in remembrance of Jyleek Harrington, who passed away, and West Virginia State declining the delay of game penalty. As we go set for action on the first play is Gleaton under center. Sends a man in motion to the high side. He'll hand it off left side. Gleaton fell down, but got the handoff off, but disappears into the pile, and not a whole lot there, but does squirt ahead to about the 9 for a gain of close to 3.
And I believe that was commonly what you refer to as the simple dive or smash play. In an option-based offense, you have 2 A-backs, which are traditional running backs or wing backs, and then you will have a fullback who's identified as a B-back.
And it takes a lot of discipline to be able to stay with the runner that time, just going straight into the pile, and West Virginia State able to stack it up for only a gain of about 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 for Carson Newman.
And again, down the distance is favoring West Virginia State. As we're waiting for our stats broadcast to actually pull up, you have to really wonder for a team that was averaging about 6 yards a carry last week, for West Virginia State to hold them at this point to 6 total yards is really good.
So now 3rd down and 4 here as Gleaton climbs under center. One back deep, fakes the handoff. He'll take off on the option. Gleaton fighting forward, and he'll wrestle his way across the 15 for the first down as he picked it up by just about a yard.
And that's what you want to do. Maintain possession, keep control of the ball. I kind of feel as if both teams are sort of filling themselves out at this particular point, and they're kind of testing the boundaries to see whether they can get around that strong West Virginia State defensive line.
I think that's a big part, too, for State. You just don't want to give up a big play, and we know in a running game like this, things can get rolling downhill quickly if you can. As Gleaton takes off near side, a flag comes down. Could be a procedure penalty here against Carson Newman, as that was just a gain of 1 on the carry.
And even in comparison to what we had anticipated, West Virginia State has already made some substitutions from their 2 deep. Last week, you're seeing the influx of number 97, Eric Jeter, as well as number 95, Nasir Jones. Those are 2 big bodies that are occupying the middle because they're trying to stop that B-back from being able to make any penetration.
And actually, that's going to be encroachment against the Yellow Jackets, so it'll be 1st down and 5 here for Carson Newman. Again, starting at their own 5-yard line, now out across the 21. It's Gleaton under center, and now looks like we're going to get a timeout here. There's no signal as to who it was just yet, but it does appear Carson Newman maybe used their first timeout, not liking the formation or the personnel they had on the field.
And one of the things we have to kind of remember, just from an athletic standpoint, both teams have undergone a lot of emotions. Their routine has sort of been set up. Yeah. Carson Newman probably was expecting to be back in Johnson City today. They have their trip extended. And I think that they all agreed, I think both teams agreed to this extension and to play this game today. It's going to take a while. This is not a normal situation for them. The emotional aspect of it is heavy on both teams. Your routine is sort of messed up. Getting proper rest, going through proper things that you would normally do, it's probably going to take a while. So I'm expecting a very good game. My expectations are to have a very good game, but I think we're going to have to take a while to see how both teams settle in.
Yeah, because as we mentioned as well, Jyleek Harrington, he played for Carson Newman before transferring to West Virginia State University. So obviously, Jyleek having a lot of impact on both sidelines here today in his passing earlier this week. As on 1st down and 5, Gleaton under center. He'll hand it off. Actually fakes it, pitches it near side. Ferguson coming towards the corner, turns at the 30, the 35. And he'll be pushed out of bounds out across the 40-yard line. So the first big gainer of the day for Carson Newman. And there you see where that option offense can really start to fool you and your disciplines and where you're at and your gaps.
And even on this one, it looks is your traditional option look. You normally go full or B-back first. On this particular play, he rolled out and hit the counter A-back for the long gain.
On First down, Gleaton fakes it in the line, pitches a far side, another big gap across midfield, inside the 40, down to the 30, one man to beat inside the 20, tripped up inside the 10, diving for the end zone, and in, touchdown, as Don Bradley takes it the distance, 59 yards, and Carson Newman strikes first with just 2 minutes and 32 seconds gone in the first quarter.
And on that particular play, I think West Virginia State was so focused on the quarterback, they keyed on him. Someone missed that outside assignment and allowed that back to go the distance.
It was, and that was a good pursuit by State at the end, but Bradley with a big dive from about the 6-yard line, able to cross the goal line. Now Carson Newman on for the extra point as Jeremiah Carroll will be on to boot. The snap is back, good hold, kick is up and through as a flag comes down. As a helmet came off for West Virginia State in the process. So we'll check and wait on the penalty. Carson Newman heading towards the sideline as if this is going to be against State. So it appears as if they'll keep the extra point as State runs off as well. So it seems that both sides have already predetermined who this penalty is going to be on, as it looks like it will be against State. And, well, now they're going to signal on Carson Newman here, so let's see if they end up taking this and make them re-kick, or maybe they can take it on the kickoff.
It looks as if West Virginia State did discuss it. I think both teams discussed it, and they seem to, as you would typically have early in the season, not a consensus about which way they want to go with this.
Yes, it looks like Carson Newman will have to re-kick here as they'll push it back. As Carroll will now have to kick from 15-yard line. So we'll reset here with 12:28 to go in the first quarter. Again, 59-yard touchdown run by Bradley, giving Carson Newman the early lead. Now Carroll, after making the extra point a moment ago, on for the attempt again. Good rush off the left side, but it's up and it is through. So with 12:28 to go in the opening quarter, Carson Newman leads West Virginia State 7-0. You are watching West Virginia State and Carson Newman college football action right here on the MEC TV network.
You have dreams.
Where do you start to build the skills necessary to make them happen?
At West Virginia State, you learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go or what you want to do,
It starts at State.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you. Robbie Mounts, our engineer, here today on MEC TV as Carson Newman takes the early lead 7-0. And Kent, you mentioned it during the break. West Virginia State was able to bottle up most of those plays, but the last two just kind of got away from them once they started to go more to the outside of the tackles and getting outside the pocket, and West Virginia State just lost contained.
And I would say that, our last scoring series, it was 6 plays, 95 yards, 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Statistically, this is where stats sometimes doesn't really tell the full aspect of the game. According to stats, it was 90 yards on 5 carries, 18 yards per carry. But really, as you indicated, it was those last 2 plays that really did State in. So State really needs to focus. I really think this is going to be a high-scoring game. So this offensive series is going to be very important.
Quentin Williams, man back deep for West Virginia State, as they'll get to touch the football for the first time this afternoon. As Newman will send it away, as this one creeping over towards the left side. Williams will chase it down, muffs it, picks it up at the 5, across the 10, the 15, has a burst of speed out across the 25, 30, down the sideline, cuts back right near midfield, and he'll be brought down there. A big return by Williams and the Yellow Jackets with great field position to start their first offensive possession.
Absolutely. If you ask for a remedy to address the issue that you had on defense, that would be great. Great starting position exactly at midfield. So that's going to give West Virginia State ample opportunity to pretty much debut what I consider to be a very, very diverse offense from looking at them on film.
As Isaiah Best will lead the offense out. Again, both teams 1-0 coming in here this afternoon. As Best will set up in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. As Best will take the snap, hands it off, waiting patiently, trying to find something to the left side, but not a whole lot there for Joel Felder. He'll pick up maybe 2 yards on the carry.
And Joel Felder was a workhorse last week. I mean, in everything from rushing to receiving, he pretty much carried the West Virginia State offense in their first game. So look for other people to get involved as they go to an empty set.
So now Best waits the snap. Both teams like to go up tempo. Best fires over the middle, incomplete. As looking for a flag was Felder, but not going to get one, as that one nicely defended on the play by Christian Hicks.
And actually, I'm trying to get the number here. It looks like the far receiver, I believe it was number 9 actually, had broken open deep downfield. So look for West Virginia State to possibly come back to that play and give a different look, maybe a pump, and hit number 9, Amari Fry.
It may have just been one of those where Best kind of made up his mind where he was wanting to go before the play had a chance to develop. So they do go empty again here. They spread out 5 receivers. Best now calling out the protections as Newman showing some pressure off the left side. They're going to bring pressure up the middle as Best tries to get away. He's wrapped up, heaves it up for grabs downfield, and incomplete. There's a lot of contact downfield, but no flags warranted.
And it looks like they apparently heard what we said or saw what we saw because they went right back to the play.
Yeah.
He kind of tried to pump and tried to get Amari Fry deep. I don't know. I was going to say that's a little bit of contact. They were touching each other. It was definitely sufficient if you were playing freeze tag to freeze your opponent. So, we'll see. We'll see. Number 99 is going to flip the field here for West Virginia State.
Yeah, again, that was one of those good arm from Best, though, as he was being wrapped up and brought down. Still was able to get it down all the way to his intended target. Like you said, a lot of contact, but no flag given. And now it looks like West Virginia State may take a delay of game penalty here to give Schmidt a little bit more room. And as you said, Schmidt does have a leg on him, so they might want to give him the extra 5 yards just to be more in his comfort zone. So he'll kick from the 31-yard line now instead. Again, 11:40 to go here in the first quarter. CARSON Newman will get it back with a 7-0 lead. Schmidt gets a high spinning kick into the air, end over end. Tough grab, but made it the 10. Out across the 15 to the 20. Now riding the sideline, staying inbounds across the 25, and finally getting tripped up towards the sidelines. Appears to be Major Williams on the return.
And we do have a West Virginia State player who was down, number 33. It looks like he is getting up. That's Ashton Bolston, freshman linebacker. I think he's actually going to take a knee, though. So we're going to have an injury timeout at this time.
Yeah, so while they attend to him, we'll step aside for a break and be back after this as you're watching college football action with us right here on the MEC TV network.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Mama. We're going to all go sit there and have a family.
Again, still attending to the injury down on the field here for West Virginia State University. And Chris Kidd, Kent Bryson here with you this afternoon. And again, it happened on the kickoff return for Newman, as couldn't see where it was.
It looked like in pursuit, he just sort of stepped wrong. So I'm thinking, you don't want to speculate, but I believe it's a lower leg injury. It looked like it was probably something akin to a non-contact ankle. So I'm thinking is when he turned, he may have rolled that ankle a little bit. But this is a concern that you have because, again, we're talking about this linebacking core, and he is on our two deep as a player, as a linebacker. So with the loss of Harrington and possibly the loss of Boston this afternoon, hopefully they can get it wrapped and he can go back out. West Virginia State will be having to make some adjustments.
Again, Bolson just a 6-foot freshman, and that puts a lot of pressure on Marshawn Mankins, the 6'2 senior. As you said, that linebacker core going to be a lot more sparse now with just him and Fargas possibly in the lineup. As Gleaton will put it in the air for the first time, fires towards the sideline, complete. Nice little gainer out across the 35, close to first down yardage, as catch was made along the far side by Fortune Woods.
And in a triple option offense, a catch by a wide receiver is kind of like having snow in Georgia. It's rare. And when it happens, it causes a lot of mistakes. So, they want to keep West Virginia State honest, but, still the primary focus is going to be on stopping the run.
That'll be a gain of 7, 2nd and 3, as now Gleaton will pitch at Ferguson coming near side. Nice pursuit that time by West Virginia State, as that one hit right at the line of scrimmage, maybe for a 1-yard gain, as getting over there quickly to make the stop was the Yellow Jackets.
And I tell you, here we go. We're at third down again. West Virginia State is, as far as third down stops, I believe they're 0 for 1, but this is a big one.
And again, that was Tim Sanford, the second, able to get over there and make that hit. As you said, they had third down on the first drive, but Carson Newman picked it up by a yard. Now 3rd and 2 from their own 36. They'll run the option to the left side. Gleaton will keep it. He'll have the first down, a little more across the 40. He stood up at about the 43, close to the 44, but he'll have the first down.
And West Virginia State's made a defensive formation change. On that first series, they went pretty much with a basic 4-3 look. Now, if you see, it looks like it's sort of gimmicky, but it's with 3 down linemen. They're using a lot of, outside linebackers that are playing up. The middle linebackers are stacked, almost in an I formation. It's meant to give you better eyesight and better contain.
Under center is Gleaton on 1st and 10. He fakes the pitch, rolls out near side. Looked like his first receiver got tripped up. Now there's a man wide open downfield, caught inside the 30, but then stepping out of bounds, or else that would have been a sure touchdown. But, West Virginia State got lost in the wash that time, and that's a big gainer.
And, again, we had talked about the formation change. They shifted back to their base defense right before that ball was snapped. So you had a lot of players who were not in proper position. There were actually 2 wide receivers who were kind of running deep on that pattern.
Now it'll be 1st and 10 at the West Virginia State 31-yard line.
Pass was complete to Carroll.
As under center is Gleaton.
First down, CARSON Newman.
Fakes the handoff up the middle. Now he'll pitch it far side, getting upfield inside the 25. Another first down to the 20. Goes Bradley, who had the long touchdown run on the first possession.
Sanford on the stop.
That'll be a gain of about 12. And down on the sideline, Bolston, you can see Kent. He doesn't seem like he may be able to return as he was trying to walk off that injury, but you could see the amount of pain he was in whenever he was trying to walk back to the trainer's table.
Absolutely, and I think the athletic training staff here at West Virginia State University is pretty top-notch, so I believe that they're going to do everything they can to...
Now they'll pitch it here on first down. Nice hole for Ferguson inside the 15, the 10, and he'll be wrestled down close to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal to go now for Carson Newman.
If you're West Virginia State at this particular point, I mean, you have to kind of play your base defense. You have to remember your assignments. And I think a lot of times here when you're watching the state defense play on this particular series, they've lost a lot of contain.
Now 1st and goal to go from the 6-yard line, and a flag comes in.
Flag on the play.
So since I'm 0 for 2 on predicting penalties today, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut until I see a signal. moving in one direction or the other just yet, so perhaps they're waiting just as much as we are. I don't know, maybe it was just an inadvertent flag.
I think it was a play clock malfunction.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll be first and goal to go from the 6. Gleaton under center. Sends a man in motion, hands it off up the gut. This time West Virginia State stacks it up, but that'll be still a gain of about 2 down to the 4-yard line.
West Virginia State needs a stop. Early in this game, just for the momentum, just for the psyche of the defense, I think a stop here would do wonders to try to kind of uplift the sidelines.
Now second down and goal. They'll spot it at the 3-yard line as we're halfway through quarter number 1. It's under center, Gleaton. Hands it off first man through. Met as he runs into a wall of Yellow Jacket defenders. And that'll be a little bit of a loss on the play. It'll be third down and goal from the 3.
And that was a nice swarm. So it's swarm of Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that's about all we've seen here in the state of West Virginia for the last couple of weeks.
It's Yellow Jacket season. Hey,
Lord,
we're here. Yellow Jackets everywhere.
I said I coach tennis, and out on those tennis courts, I've got very acquainted with them the last couple of weeks. So third down and 3. They'll pitch it far side, trying to get to the corner, cutting back up. Could be close. They're going to say into the end zone goes Ferguson, and a touchdown for Carson Newman.
And that was actually a good play by number 3. He, I don't have him on too deep here, but for West Virginia State, he actually made a really good tackle. I think the momentum of the tackle actually just got the runner past the goal line. But, we buckled down at this goal line. We need to make sure that we can keep that same level of defensive intensity earlier in the series.
Yeah, that was Ray who almost was able to get him to the ground that time. And again, could have been close if you had a replay just to be able to see if his knee went down before crossing, but the official says he was through, and Carroll blasts the extra point through, and Carson Newman leads it 14-0 with 6:48 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back after this as you are watching West Virginia State Carson Newman college football action here on MEC TV.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Teays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
Carson Newman leads at 14-0 now after the touchdown run by Cam Ferguson. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you. Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And so far, this rushing offense, this triple option offense of Carson Newman, everything that we thought it could be and more, Ken, as they have marched down the field both times for scores.
Absolutely. And it looks like there's a new kicker for Carson Newman. He is not on our list. It's number 47.
It looks to be Caden McCoy, according to the full roster sheet that Carson Newman provided us. As this one, a high end-over-end kick. It's going to come down to Williams at the 2. He had a nice return the first time out to midfield. Down the sideline across the 20-25. He's got a huge burst of speed, and he's finally pushed out of bounds for another solid return for the Yellow Jackets.
I got to tell you, starting position for the Yellow Jackets has been phenomenal. I think it's being able to sustain one of these offensive drives. So there was a little bit of urgency, in the first series. I think that urgency has kind of increased a little bit on the second series due to the fact that you don't want to get in a track meet with Carson Newman.
And that's the thing right now, West Virginia State's offense does feel like they're going to need to go blow for blow in this game to try and keep pace with Carson Newman. Again, the defense has done a solid job getting into third down, just haven't been able to get off the field just yet. So on first down, they fake the handoff. Pressure from the left side caused a quick throw from Bess, and that'll be incomplete.
And the outside linebacker for Carson Newman came on a blitz. It caught the tackle for West Virginia State a little off guard, and it kind of upset the timing on that. So, I think Carson Newman recognizes that West Virginia State can be pretty lethal in regards to their offensive skills. So they're going to try to upset the timing a little bit.
Second and 10 now for the Yellow Jackets. Still looking for their first down of the game. His best shifts the protection to the near side. So drop the throw once again, steps up in the pocket, waits, fires, and pass incomplete, as that was good coverage on the far side that time, meeting the receiver immediately, and it sets up a 3rd and 10.
And this is my first time actually seeing West Virginia State in person this season. I don't know what skills Best actually has, but on that particular play, he did have a choice that he could have moved up in that pocket and possibly taken off and gotten some positive yardage.
Yeah, again, I was like you. It looked like he had maybe a little bit of a seam there, but wanted to trust one of his receivers. But that gap closed up fast with pursuit from the Carson Newman corner.
And they're going to blitz right here, so it looks like they're going to have a quick throw, a hot read.
3rd and 10 now for the Yellow Jackets. Back to throw. Best steps up. He's hit, and he's going to get sacked back at about the 26-yard line. And once again, that pressure from Carson Newman pays dividends, and it'll be another 3 and out for West Virginia State. It's the second time we've seen them blitz on 3rd down here today. It caused the quick throw from midfield first time. This time it ends up in a sack.
And defensively, Carson Newman went in sort of like a little zone, but, again, that's pickup. You have to acknowledge what's coming so you can adjust the play calling. On that particular series, a quick hit, maybe a screen or something like that, just to keep Carson Newman honest.
Now they'll punt it away. Carson Newman, chance to get their best field position thus far of the afternoon. As Schmidt blast one down to about the 32-yard line, fielded there, out across 35-40. Stiff arm trying to get to the corner, 45 midfield, and pushed out of bounds along the far side goes Major Williams. So a nice return for Carson Newman, and they could be across midfield to start this possession.
So what do you do if you're State this time? Well, obviously, your first series, you played them kind of even up until those 2 big plays. So I think we're going to go back to a big front. I can see them possibly adjusting and putting 4 linebackers in, maybe going with 1 single high safety. But they're definitely talking about making some adjustments. The defensive coordinator has his group out there. And it looks like the personnel that they're going back with is very similar to the first series. Looks like it's going to be bigs across the front.
Right now, Carson Newman's run 14 plays for 162 yards. West Virginia State's run 6 plays for 1 yard. As Gleaton under center here, 1st and 10. They'll send Ferguson in motion. Back to throw as Gleaton takes a deep drop, looking deep downfield, has a man behind the defenders, underthrown a little bit and incomplete.
Then that was a great defensive play by West Virginia State. If you notice, that corner had that receiver bracketed on the inside. The safety was over the top. It was closer to an interception than a completed reception. So you have to give the advantage to West Virginia State on that particular play.
Again, Carroll did a good job getting behind the defense, but good closing speed by the Yellow Jackets to break that up. Now it'll be 2nd and 10. It's Carson Newman. Lines up. They give it off up the gut this time. A little bit more of a hole inside the 45 down to about the 44. Picked up about 4, close to 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down again here for the Carson Newman.
And this is actually could be 4 down territory for Carson Newman. Field position is to their advantage, and a punt, say a punt that makes it an end zone, you're only going to gain possibly 25 yards. Yeah. So look for them to use both 3rd down and 4th down if they don't make a 1st down.
So the Eagles looking for the play call from the far sideline. 4:42 on a running clock here in the first quarter. Big possession here for the West Virginia State defense, and now we're going to get a whistle and a timeout here as Carson Newman used one already this quarter, and now they'll use their 2nd timeout. So we'll step aside for a quick break and be back after this as you're watching college football action here on the MEC TV.
Need a lawyer? Then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. and Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. and Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Carson Newman setting up 3rd down and 6 from the West Virginia State 45-yard line. 4:36 to go here in the first quarter. It's Gleaton. Quick trigger out to the far side, completed, but West Virginia State able to get it stopped shy of the first down. It'll be 4th down and about 2, and as you mentioned, Ken, very likely 4-down territory.
And I think they're going to make it 2, possibly a 1. It's probably running right at the 1.5, but this is going to cause you to think because, you traditionally think on a play like this, you go short yardage, which means the quarterback or that B-back, but in an option offense, they're used to this. He takes a step back, does a flip to the outside. The outside could be wide open.
Now 4th down and 2. Gleaton will roll near side, tries to turn it up, and he's able to break out of a tackle, gets the first down, and crashes down to about the 35-yard line. So each time it's been Gleaton on the 3rd downs and 4th downs has been able to pick up these big drive-continuing gains.
And it's so hard because, when you talk about option football, it's something the kids learn pretty much in the basics. You key on the B-back, the quarterback, and then, the A-back. And this is a hard concept.
Now 1st and 10. Gleaton will keep it again off the left side, turns it up, and picks up about 5 yards. And again, doesn't seem like there's a lot there, but Gleaton, he puts his foot in the ground and makes that quick cut and is able to change direction so fast to get away from pursuers and at least get something out of nothing.
And he's a pretty big little quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not like this guy is, out here and he's just small. Like, this is a big guy.
He's 6'1", out of Waldorf, Maryland, just a freshman as well. On this veteran roster, as he gives it off left side, flag comes flying in immediately, as this will be a 1st down to the 23 if it holds up.
Brought down by Covington Griggs. Flag on the play.
Again, that flag came down quick, so we'll see if this is a procedure penalty or if West Virginia State was offsides again.
I don't know if West Virginia State was prepared for number 1 to play because he only played a limited series last week. Actually, the starter last week was number 16, Trey Luttrell, who's another 6'1", 200-pound. He's a senior. He's kind of interesting, though, on their media guide. He's an Olympic weightlifter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's an Olympic weightlifter, the other quarterback. So, he went to tight end last year for a little bit, but they put him back at QB1. So, the film that they may have seen last week differs from who they see in the lineup tonight.
That's what I said. You go from size to speed and everything else. It's just such a different combination that Carson Newman can throw at you, as Gleaton under pressure for one a few times. Now steps up, found a lane, gets inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line, picks up 8, and it'll be 3rd down and short here for Carson Newman.
And then we have a player down.
It's another Yellow Jacket player who's on the turf. They'll come out to attend to him. Again, this will be the 2nd injury of the game for West Virginia State. So while they attend to him, we'll step aside and be back after this as you are watching college football action here on MEC TV.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd with you. Kent Bryson alongside me as the player was able to get up for West Virginia State University and get off under his own power, but now it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Eagles at the West Virginia State 27-yard line as they hand it off left side. Big gain inside the 20, still on his feet down the sideline, inside the 10, the 5. Did he get in? They're going to say no, just short of the first or touchdown, and they'll set up 1st and goal. As Collins got the handoff that time and rumbled off the left side for a big gain. And as you mentioned, new quarterback in now as well. As you mentioned that they had Trey Luttrell last week, and now he was in on that play, handing off.
Looks like he's back in. He's a real strong guy.
Yeah, you can see he's definitely taller, bigger stature. Maybe doesn't have the speed that Gleaton has. It definitely brings a different dynamic as 1st and goal from the 1. Carson Newman looking to go in for the 3rd time, and Luttrell will just blast his way forward into that line. And I'd say he's in, and he is. Touchdown Carson Newman on the 1-yard plunge. And they have now gone down the field all 3 times here in the first quarter, and they have taken a 20-0 lead.
He looks like a guard.
Yeah.
And not a basketball guard, folks. He looks like a football guard. It's like Tim Tebow light.
It is. It says 6'1", 208 on the depth chart, but he seems bigger than that. And now he was
6'1", 208 when he was in middle school.
Now you've got another West Virginia State player down in the end zone here. So again, it just goes from bad to worse for the Yellow Jackets here in the first quarter.
And that's a big player. That's number 97, Eric Jeter, the 6', 305 senior.
Thankfully, he's up, and he looks to be getting off under his own power. Yeah, that's the tough part of those scrums. You know, the limited times I was able to play, I was in on offense and defensive line, and whenever you get those big scrums, I mean, bodies are just falling everywhere, and you know, you get hit the wrong way, knee can go one way, ankle can go one way. So those plays right there are sometimes the ones that get you in the most trouble as a lineman.
You were a lineman?
Yeah, back in the day. I was a lot bigger back in the day.
I was a lot smaller back in the day, so I could play lineman now, but when I was in high school, I was 155. I could play the goalpost.
The extra point is up and through, and Carson Newman, they now lead at 21-0. We'll be back after this break as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
21-0, Carson Newman leading West Virginia State. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you as kickoff will come down to Williams, short of the 10-yard line. Brings her across the 15, trying to shake a man, but there's good coverage and good breakdown tackle.
I was going to say that's the best kickoff coverage for Carson Newman that they've had this afternoon. Bad thing about it, I think it's like their third kickoff.
Yeah.
So there's, it's plus and minus to this, but if you're West Virginia State, I was really excited to see number 7 today. From looking at his stats last year, he's a 1,000-yard rusher. Joe Felder, senior back. I think they got to go back to what got him into the end zone last week, which is a heavy dose of run.
And West Virginia State with just 1 yard so far on offense, looking for their first down as best. Can't find anyone. Throws it up for grabs. Was this caught at the line? Yes, it was, but that would have probably been better off being dropped, but that'll be a loss of a yard on the play.
And I think that was going to be a screen. It was very slow developing. The idea, I think the receivers are trying to drive the DBs and the linebackers back. But, candidly, the O-line today is not giving Best a lot of time in that pocket.
And again, Carson Newman's just had repeated pressure on Best here in the first quarter through his first 7 offensive plays. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Yellow Jackets. Best in the shotgun. They'll run it off the right side. Felder tries to cut upfield, but he's met, and he'll be dropped right at about the line of scrimmage for no gain. So there just hasn't been much of an opening anywhere. As right now, total yardage is 216 for Carson Newman, 0 for West Virginia State. And that just shows you how strong this Carson Newman team is. This is a good West Virginia State club.
Oh, I agree.
It's just Carson Newman. They've been outstanding thus far here in the opening quarter. So it'll be 3rd and 11 now. Bess looking at pressure again up the middle. This time West Virginia State picks it up, fires over the middle, incomplete, almost intercepted as it went off the hands of his intended target, Felder, and then almost intercepted on the ricochet.
And I got to tell you, the O-line that time gave him enough time. He had enough time for his first read, second read, third read. He made a good choice. The wide receiver was open, but the throw was a little high. So, again, you just have to calm down. There's still a lot of game left. We're only in the first quarter. And I think West Virginia State just has to realize, you just got to chop it piece by piece by piece.
Yeah, again, just getting a little jittery back there, I think, on that throw was best. I mean, you start hearing footsteps after the first several or 8 plays. You've had people on your back. It's hard not to feel like you're getting pressured every time. As Schmidt gets a good kick this time down inside the 35, but room to run down the sideline, staying inbounds and into West Virginia State territory, deep into state territory, inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line goes Williams.
And that was Luke Ricard-Rabeau on the tackle, so it's good to see the linebacker is back in the lineup.
Now 7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Carson Newman will likely get one more play off here. And again, the field position's just progressively gotten better each time for Carson Newman. Again, they started at their own 5-yard line, went 95 yards. Started around the 30 the next time. Then the last 2 drives have both been in West Virginia State territory. So now it'll be Gleaton back out after Luttrell came in for the quarterback sneak touchdown. Then the last possession, Gleaton, likely the last play of the first quarter, fakes the handoff, pitches it, gets away, loose on the ground, and looks like it was recovered by the Eagles back about the 43-yard line for a loss of about 6, as that'll bring us to the end of the opening quarter with Carson Newman leading West Virginia State 21-0. We'll be back after this as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Tays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Start of quarter number 2 here from West Virginia State University. Chris Kidd with you, with Kent Bryson, our caller commentator, and Robbie Mounts, our engineer, as the pitch that went awry on the last play of the first quarter now has Carson Newman backed up 2nd and 16.
I think the chain crew is messed up, kind of really messed up right now.
Yeah, they've got tangled up in a bad way.
Yeah, it's still messed up.
Yeah, they've gone further beyond where, because right now they have Carson Newman in positive yardage territory.
Yeah, it's getting fixed out there. Yeah, it's the first game for the chain crew too. Okay, I was sitting there looking. I was like, the chain crew has it marked as like it's like they're only 6 yards to, for the first down. I think they have it ready.
Okay, and it'll be Trey Luttrell back out there at quarterback now for Carson Newman. So again, the senior back in. As Gleaton, the freshman's gotten the bulk of the work today at quarterback. Luttrell rolls out far side, looking downfield, fires, has a man out there, complete. Big hit laid, but it's going to be caught at about the 31-yard line. So a nice gainer for Carson Newman will bring up 3rd down and about 4.
As a wide receiver in a triple option offense, I mean, you're pretty much distant tight end. You're a blocker, but they use their wide receivers a lot here in patterns. This gives a different dynamic.
And you can see Luttrell is much more the passing quarterback. As on 3rd and 5, he'll run the option, but he's swallowed up. Ball comes out, picked up by State. Here they come back across the 45, 50, down the sideline, 40, 35, staying on his feet, and now you're going to say he was out of bounds back at about the 31. But a big changer there. First positive thing happening today for West Virginia State. And now they'll have the ball deep in Carson Newman territory.
And you got to say that's really something that West Virginia State needed. But, down in distance, that first down stop changed the whole aspect of play calling as well as how West Virginia State looked at it. So you can die by the multiple quarterbacks. You can, win by the multiple quarterbacks. But I think in that particular situation, the change in quarterback did affect the timing, both of the pitch, the snap, and all those other different aspects.
Again, according to our roster sheet, that was Tim Sanford II, able to scoop that up, the senior from Hilliard, Ohio. And now West Virginia State 1st and 10 at Carson Newman's 25. They'll hand it off. Left side, Felder trying to get to the corner, but Carson Newman swallows it up for maybe a yard on the carry. That's the thing. They get sideline to sideline so fast, too. It's been hard for West Virginia State to try and get anything going downhill so far today.
And they're already in Brennan Schmidt's range, field goal range, but I know they would rather have the 7 points on the touchdown. So, I think West Virginia State is going to push. They're going to push pretty hard on this 2nd and 3rd down play to get to the end zone if necessary.
So they'll call it 2nd and 10 officially as Bess will go empty here in the backfield. So he'll take his drop, looks, has time, floats one down the sideline, but incomplete. It's tight coverage again on the play. Nice job out there by Jatarius Jones, able to make the stop. And Jones was trying to signal that it maybe should have been offensive pass interference there against State, but he doesn't get the flag either.
I think the officials are definitely in the play, but I think the wide receiver just made a wrong turn. He turned to his inside when the ball went to his outside shoulder. Those are, again, adjustments that happen early in the season. We got a big back end, number 7, I guess, is still in the game.
Felder in on the left side to help block. Now he'll get the ball instead. Coming near side, has a little bit of a lane, closed up fast, but he does pick up 4, close to 5 yards. And that'll set up 4th down here for West Virginia State. They're keeping the offense on the field right now, Kent. So they feel the pressure to try and go in and get a touchdown right here to try and get back in this game.
You have to say this has really been their deepest penetration in the Carson Newman territory this afternoon. So it's still early in the game. Like I said, we're only early in the second quarter, so definitely I have to say I like this play calling. I like the aggressiveness.
And again, you feel like you need it right here to try and continue to flip momentum in this game. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here with 12:43 to go in second quarter as West Virginia State will use their first timeout. We'll be back after this as you're watching college football action here on the MEC TV network.
You have dreams.
Where do you start to build the skills necessary to make them happen?
At West Virginia State, you learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go or what you want to do,
It starts at State.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Big 4th down and 6 here for West Virginia State. They'll spot it at the 21-yard line. Showing blitzes, Carson Newman picked up, fired into the flat, complete. Nice crease inside the 10, down to the 5, and that'll be 1st and goal to go for the Yellow Jackets as Corlin Witcher able to break free and make that grab.
I think that was number 9. That was Amari Arai. But we talked about this when we were on break, how that spot was going to be vacated by that blitzing linebacker. That was a great pickup by the West Virginia State offensive line.
Now 1st and goal to go. They'll run it outside with Arai. He gets a big turn and into the end zone. Touchdown West Virginia State with 12:07 to go here in the first half, and they're on the board.
And that was an amazing offensive series by West Virginia State. The diversity of play calling, particularly once they decided to actually look into the whole repertoire of weapons that they had, that was really needed. But it all started with the defense. The defense spurred us along. So then get another defensive stop, another score, put you right back in the game.
Now the extra point for Schmidt is up, and he blasted through. So Arai gets the touchdown for State, and now they crawl back to within 21-7. We'll be back after this break as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
21-7 after the touchdown by Amari Arai gets West Virginia State on the board. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And again, that turnover may help try and flip the momentum of this first half, Ken.
Absolutely. And I think if you're West Virginia State, you want the defense is, they're itching to come back out here. So they need a good stop here on kickoff.
Almost made the initial tackle. Now a flag comes in as that return will be across the 25, but could be coming back. And this could pin Carson Newman back inside the 20 here to start this drive.
I was going to say, it looked like there was a couple plays. I thought I saw a face mask that may be called. I'm interested to see if they actually call it. It looked like it was definitely a block in the back. So they're discussing it, and it could be offsetting.
As you see the West Virginia State players kind of huddled around there, hearing what the call may be as well. Okay, we've got penalties on both sides that'll offset. So it looks like we'll go back and we'll re-kick.
offsides on a kickoff?
Yeah, they did. They called offsides on State, and then the hold on Carson Newman. Yeah,
man, if you're on kickoff coverage, I know you're just mad.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I just ran down here. This is like practice.
Yeah, it was. If you were part of the kickoff team any point in time in middle school, high school, college, whatever, you know that's not fun or you got to go back and redo it again.
No, absolutely not. And the day started rather cool, but it has gotten a little warmer. And West Virginia State is wearing their all black, which is a very distinctive look. I mean, the look is great. The weather selection and look, not so much, but the look is great.
I was going to say, whoever the mascot is in the yellow jacket uniform down there, God bless them. So that person's earning their money or earning whatever tuition they're getting paid for to be here.
I want to know the mascot's name.
Yeah, that's not that's not an easy situation to be in. So now Schmidt will tee it up again. As the ball fell off, now I'll have to re-tee it. We've got 12:01 showing here on the clock here in quarter number 2. Carson Newman had scored on their first 3 possessions before the fumble on the last possession that gave West Virginia State the chance to go in, and they cashed in after a 4th down conversion. This time Schmidt, high end over end kick again, comes down about the 8-yard line to Ferguson. Across the 15 to 20, big burst across 30, 35, 40. He's in the clear. Ferguson is gone. Touchdown Carson Newman on the 90-yard kickoff return, and just like that, Carson Newman regains their 3-touchdown advantage.
And that's the reason why, from the receiving team, you re-kick, and from the kicking team, you really don't want to run down on coverage anymore. I think West Virginia State just lost their lanes. I mean, something that's very basic that happens on kickoffs, but that's football, right?
Yeah, and
it's momentum.
And that'll make you crash out real fast after you got a big high after going in after the turnover and then getting the score, and then it's just erased in less than 15 seconds. As they will fake and go for 2 here as they'll run it off the near side, avoiding the tackler.
He's out. He was out.
Oh, they're signaling he got in.
I don't know if they have replay at Mountain. In the Mountain East Conference, I know it's base conference by conference, but his foot was out.
And again, we'll try and take a look at it here on our replay.
11:50 to go.
As Carson Newman fakes it. We'll get the corner here and we see stepping. So close. Again, they gambled to pick up the extra point. They're able to do so. So they lead at 29-7 now with 11:50 to go in the first half. We'll be back after this as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Tays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
29-7, Eagles leading the Yellow Jackets here with 11:50 to go in the first half. Chris Kidd with you, Kent Bryson alongside me, Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And again, Kent, the turnover, the score for West Virginia State was big, but then after having to re-kick, again, Ferguson just erased that with that 90-yard kick return. Now it's going to be a lot harder even for West Virginia State to try and get their focus back. They've got to right here in order to prevent this from becoming worse before halftime.
And absolutely, and it's still that. It seems like we've been here for a while, even though we really haven't.
Yeah.
Because there's been so much scoring and just a lot of excitement thus far in this game, but there's still a lot of game to go. West Virginia State is going to have a sustained drive. They're going to have to help their defense because their defense has been out on the field a lot this afternoon.
Now they're set to kick off. Williams had a couple of good returns today as it'll come back deep to him. He'll drift back to about the 2-yard line. Gets ahead of steam now and across the 15, cuts towards the sideline. A helmet pops off for Carson Newman as they're able to bottle up Williams along the near sideline, and West Virginia State will start out just beyond the 20-yard line.
Now, it's going to be interesting what this penalty is going to be. Normally in high school and college football, if a player loses their helmet, they automatically have to sort of stop playing. But, I mean, sometimes it could be an instantaneous type situation. So what you sort of have here is that waiting for the call. Oh, wow. He didn't lose his helmet. It was taken off. They're calling personal foul face mask against West Virginia State.
And again, you just saw that helmet pop up once it came towards the sideline, but apparently, as you said, there was a little bit of help given. So now West Virginia State's going to start off with some of their worst field position of the day at their own 10-yard line.
And just to answer the question, folks, that you may have been wondering, there's always a top 3 possible names for a Yellow Jacket mascot, and it was number 1. It's Stinger. so Stinger was going to be my first choice. The second was going to be Buzz.
Trying to think, what was the third one?
I was going to go with Stanley.
Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley. You know, it would be something that you wouldn't necessarily think of.
So now 1st and 10. Bess claps his hands, takes the snap, gives it off to Felder, trying to get to the outside, and that play just had a hard time opening up all half long for Felder as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no further.
And West Virginia State's been most effective out of their 4-wide set, but they're so deep in their own territory right now with their protection issues that they're sometimes having. You don't really want to take that chance.
Bess on 2nd and 10, quick slant, completes it across the 15 to the 20, and that should be enough for a first down. That was a nice little play design there, able to find Jawan Bunch for the game.
And that's, again, they went to that 4-wide set that we had just referenced. It looks like they're going to stay in it. That seems to be what they're going to try to use as their base right now to see if they can move this ball down the field.
Into the neutral zone came Carson Newman. They try and fire out into the flat, but incomplete. I believe West Virginia State and Carson Newman both were a little hesitant, thinking that play might be drawn or blown dead.
And West Virginia State's disguising their formation a little bit. Even though it is traditionally looked upon as a 4-wide set that they're running, they're keeping some of the outside receivers in. So it's giving them sort of an H-back or a tight end look, and it is confusing Carson Newman defensively on their matchups. But they're definitely keeping those receivers in to try to get them matched up on a defensive end or a linebacker.
It's going to be 1st down and 5 now for the Yellow Jackets. 10:46 to go here in the first half. It's Bess. Drops to throw, looking, steps up in the pocket, has a lane, he'll take off. As across the 30, he'll slide down, and he'll have the first down for the Yellow Jackets.
And that was a great play by Best, recognizing that the middle of the field was wide open, taking the opportunity to get the first down and also protecting himself.
Now West Virginia State continues to go up tempo here. 10:22 to go in the first half. Best looking, fires quick to Bunch, and that time passes a little out in front of him, and looked like the corner read the route a little bit quicker this time, but that'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
If you're West Virginia State, I think you got to like the momentum and the tempo that you're running for this particular series. They're keeping Carson Newman off at line of scrimmage. They're trying to keep him honest, keeping the linebackers and safeties from blitzing. So let's see what they do on this next play.
Shotgun once again. Bess takes snap, pitches over Felder, cuts it upfield, trying to give a different look that time. Was able to score it out about 3 yards and give Felder a little bit of a head start to that edge, because just running side to side has not been much for the Yellow Jackets today. So I like that little play call there, just trying to get him outside a little bit quicker.
And they're changing some personnel. Looks like they're still going to stay in that 4-wide set. Now they're switching personnel yet again. they may have to take a timeout.
We're going to come to the line here again. West Virginia State still has 2 timeouts here in the first half. Carson Newman with 1. And now, good call there, Kent.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw when this new sort of tight end H-back came in. He came in, he went back, he came in, and so obviously the play was not set. And this is a very important down.
9:34 to go here in the first half. We'll step aside and be back after this as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
You need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. and Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. and Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Now here we are, 3rd down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets, trailing 29-7 with 9:34 to go here in the first half. It's 3 receivers to the high side, 1 to the bottom. One corner dropping back deeper into coverage for Carson Newman. Best fires over the middle. Hasn't got out there. Completes it. Staying on his feet is Felder, and he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. A 65-yard strike.
Hey, I told you I wanted to see what number 7 can do. He can do it all. And that was a great throw by Bess.
Yeah.
I think it was a birthday present. And when I was here earlier, I was down meeting some of the fans here, and I know that it is Isaiah Bess's mother's birthday. Oh. And she's having a big birthday party, she indicated, in their hometown, but she told everybody to wait to cook the food because she had to see her baby boy play. So happy birthday, Isaiah's mother. That touchdown was for you.
Yeah, that has to be birthday present right there, and that was perfectly threaded. You felt like Carson Newman saw that coming a little bit when they dropped the corner back deep right there, but West Virginia State just better execution at the end of the day.
And it was a great run after contact as well.
Yeah, again, he was able to split both those corners and break out of that tackle, showing the strength was Felder on that catch and run. And now West Virginia State answers back, and they cut the lead to 29-14. We'll be back after this as you are watching college football action here on MEC TV.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Well, it's score-palooza here in the second quarter as both teams trading touchdowns back and forth. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer, as West Virginia State on a 65-yard touchdown from Bess to Felder has cut it back to a 2-touchdown lead. Well, now, after the kick return last time for a touchdown for Carson Newman, we'll see how West Virginia State plays it here. There's a little sidewinder kick going to come down at about the 3-yard line, Ferguson. Across the 15-20, flags come flying in, a couple of big hits, and he'll be down about the 31.
I was actually going to say number 47 for West Virginia State should get 2 points because, he was taken down, like picked up in air and just dropped. definitely should go against Carson Newman for this. Holding. It's one call.
So we saw two. Looks like going to be both of those on Carson Newman. But yeah, you saw there on our instant replay. A couple of clear-cut calls there. So that'll back up Carson Newman. And again, this is where if West Virginia State defense get a stop, again, West Virginia State does get the ball to start the third quarter as well. So you can go into halftime only down one or two scores in this game after the way Carson Newman dominated that first quarter. You got to feel really good if you're West Virginia State.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you, this may be something new. They talk about the business person special for baseball, but this Friday mid-game college football is fantastic.
Yeah. As you said, there's a good crowd out here today. It's been a good vibe in the air once we got started. As Latrell staying in at quarterback, gets across the 25 as he keeps the option, picks up close to 6 yards. And Carson Newman, I'd say you're going to see them go back to the ground and pound here, try and establish some momentum back after West Virginia State's been able to take a little bit of it here in the second quarter. Plus, the offense hasn't been on the field here in quite a few minutes.
Oh, absolutely.
Now they fake it. Latrell pitch at far side. Nice little lane, but ran right into his own blocker and fell down, or else that could have been a lot more yardage.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. So here we're down. We're at 3rd and 1. Oh, they actually gave him the first down?
Okay, now they've got it said third down. Yeah, it should be about third and short.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's 3rd and 1. There seems to be some confusion. The officials, okay, it's a late signal. They are going to give him a first down. All right, so the score clock operator was correct. It was the officials on the field that were still discussing it, so it was a first down.
It's a new set of downs here from their own 31. Mason Bradley in motion. Latrell dropped the throw, has some pressure, fires deep, has a man open inside the 45-40, down the sideline, 25, stiff arm, stays in bounds, and all the way to the end zone. Did he step out at any point? No, he did not. Touchdown for Carson Newman as they answer back immediately.
And that was a pretty good run. That was number 8 for Carson Newman. He doesn't really appear on our chart, but obviously he plays. He was wide open there.
It could be Champ Baker or Jerron Newsom. Yes, they have 2 8s on the roster, but it could be Newsom again. He is listed as a running back on the roster for Carson Newman. As the Eagles score yet again in the extra point up and through. And they now retake a 3-touchdown lead with 7:59 to go here in the first half. We'll be back after this as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
Carson Newman and West Virginia State continue to trade touchdowns here in the second quarter as the lead back to 22. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And again, West Virginia State and Carson Newman both scoring on those big touchdown throws. 65 yards for West Virginia State's, 60-plus for Carson Newman as well, as that one goes through the end zone, and the Yellow Jackets will take it out at their own 20.
And I was going back and looking at that play on replay because I was looking at it. I said, it's kind of odd. What happened on that is Carson Newman was still in their triple option offense. They still had the same personnel. That A-back cut through He faked as if he was blocking, which West Virginia State let him go. And then once he was sort of in the flat, they just lofted it over the linebacker's head. He caught it and ran the rest of the way. That's a variation of the triple option where you would run a wheel route for one of those A-backs. So, again, that's keeping the defense honest. You know, when that back reaches the line of scrimmage, there has to be someone there to either pick him up or to block him. Either way, West Virginia State will have to learn from that play.
Best looks to throw on first down, fires over the middle as he hits his man, and he's met immediately after a short gain as Mario Rai, who had the touchdown earlier, makes the grab for about 3 yards.
And I think that we definitely have seen something for that last series. West Virginia State's probably going to go exclusively 4 wide. I mean, running the ball, the traditional set has not been very productive for them. Felder has been incredible as a receiver. So look for him to get the ball a lot more. West Virginia State to pass the ball a lot more going into the half.
Midway through quarter number 2. Handoff goes to Felder, cuts it around the corner. This time he has some space across the 35 before he's tripped up. And that'll be a first down for Felder out to about the 39. So there's really the first bit of running room that West Virginia State's had all afternoon.
And I think, again, Felder's receiving skills have sort of opened up his running lanes a little bit.
And again, that big touchdown grab he had a moment ago, like I said, maybe loosening up this line a little bit now as they'll split him out here in the slot. As Bess takes a snap, looking quick far side, but underthrew and threw behind his receiver that time. A little miscommunication, and now a flag comes in at the West Virginia State line.
Personal foul against West Virginia State.
And that's a big penalty against the Yellow Jackets.
I think he's saying hands to the face. And he's talking to him as well. I don't know if he's trying to possibly eject him. I think he keeps going. Hands to the face.
So they signaled that one on number 76, they said. Let's take a look at it here on the replay, Kent, and see if we can spot it.
It was a little bit of the action after the ball had left the quarterback's hands, but that's football. I mean, unless it was something that was really blatant, I don't think it would warrant a penalty, but this game has been hard-hitting on both sides, and I think it's kind of just getting elevated a little bit.
So they got Jeremy Thomas on that flag, and that's going to set up 1st and 25 now. As they hand it off to Felder on the sweep, trying to get outside, but he's chased down and brought down at the 25 after about a yard pickup.
And just like down and distance affected Carson Newman, which led to that fumble, down and distance is definitely going to affect West Virginia State and their play calling.
As you see, they tried to sneak and get a little bit of it back there, but Carson Newman kind of sniffed it out. So that'll be 2nd down and 23. That's Bess. Takes a snap, drops, looks, has time, fires over the middle and almost intercepted. As there was a quick break on that from the safety, and it'll be 3rd down and 23.
And West Virginia State was looking for a hold. They felt that receiver, as he was trying to make that final cut, was held a little bit, which led to the delay. Coach Pennington is not very happy about this, and he's talking to the sideline official right now.
And not a whole lot of 3rd and 23s in the playbook. But we'll see what West Virginia State tries to get drawn up here.
Go deep.
Yeah, it's pretty much, Sandlot rules right here. Go deep. We'll see if we come down with it. As Bess will drop the throw. They tried to set up the screen.
He's down.
Yeah, that was just from bad to worse right there. Again, just reactionary. You try and make the catch right there. But, yeah, that'll be a loss of about 5 on the play.
That was a safe play, but I think when Bess threw that screen, he had a Carson Newman defender in his face. He didn't realize that the receiver had fallen down. So the receiver was down when he made contact with the ball.
And so, that was a good catch by Joe Jones to be able to keep his concentration enough for that. But, yeah, just with the college and high school, middle school rules, again, once you're down, you're down. So now it'll be 4th down and 31 with 5:22 to go here in the second quarter. As Carson Newman set to get the ball in good field position yet again as Schmidt gets a good kickoff. Comes down to the 45. It's muffed, and just having to fall on top of it right there probably prevented Carson Newman from advancing deep into West Virginia State territory again. And Williams has had a couple of big returns already today, but not able to corral that one cleanly.
See that? I would like to know, and I know we can't pull it up. We're having some technical difficulties, I think, with our stats. But I would like to know what the time of possession has been per series for Carson Newman, because even though they're running a triple option offense, which you think would be primarily rushing, you would have a lot of time. I would have to guess that their average possession time is probably about 2 minutes or less, because they have so many big plays that they have ran off of that, whether it's pass receptions or the long rushes.
It looks like Robbie Mount's trying to pull that up for us right now, looking at some of it as they hand it off here on first down. Not a whole lot there, maybe a pickup of 2 on the play. Yeah, looking at the total yards, it's 301 for Carson Newman, 119 now for West Virginia State. Let's see if we can pull up some more of the statistics here. Again, we're playing around with technology ourselves. They pitch it over to Ferguson on the far side. Wow, broke through about 3 or 4 tackles. Just strong running from Ferguson. Down inside the 45 to about the 42. And, yeah, time of possession actually a lot closer than we might think right now. Kent, again, about 13 minutes, 40 seconds for Carson Newman, about 11 minutes, 20 seconds for West Virginia State.
It's a little bit closer than I thought it would be.
I'd say in the first quarter it was definitely more one-sided, but that turnover and then the kickoff return and then West Virginia State getting it back immediately, I'd say that kind of evened it up a little bit more as Luttrell fakes the handoff, and he'll take it off the right side, down inside the 40 to about the 37, close to 36. That's about a 6-yard gain. Kent Bryson takes out a creature up here in the booth for us. Thank you, Kent.
It wasn't a yellow jacket, folks, so I don't want anyone to get on the commentary and say that we've done something to the mascot. It was a carpenter wasp.
Yeah, that one needed to go. So now 2nd and 4, they hand it off. Nice little crease inside the 35. Looks like we're going to be stacked up just about a yard shy of the first down. So it'll be 3rd down and short here for the Eagles.
And if you notice, Carson Newman has kind of slowed it down a little bit. They're not necessarily going to the line of scrimmage, hiking the ball. They're actually letting the play clock run a little bit. I think their goal is just to possibly get this into halftime to score, but not to leave West Virginia State with a lot of time left in the first half.
Yeah, again, that's what I was thinking. They want to maybe try and get the last look or not give West Virginia State a whole lot of time to operate with, as they'll just sneak it forward here and pick up the first down, and that'll move the chains as 2:55 to go now in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 31, and both teams have just one timeout left.
And I think that'll be more timeouts will affect West Virginia State more than Carson Newman, because Carson Newman has the ball and they're just sort of just taking their time.
Now Luttrell under center, fakes the handoff. He'll pitch it over. Bradley trying to turn up field, breaks out of a tackle and fights his way towards the sideline, and he'll be brought out of bounds there about the 28 or just inside of the 28, as they'll keep the clock running now.
And under the new NCAA rules, they should have what they call the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah.
And so they'll have the 2-minute timeout, which, of course, will give both teams a needed break. I'm kind of interested to see whether Carson Newman will run a play before they actually get to that 2-minute timeout. You know, this is definitely adjusting or changing.
Yeah, and I think that Luttrell just now noticed it.
It's too late now.
Yeah, so he wanted to take the 2-minute, then he didn't want to, but nevertheless, they do get to the 2-minute timeout, and we'll step aside with them with 2 minutes to go in the first half. You are watching college football action here on MEC TV.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Teays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Yeah. First half, Carson Newman leading West Virginia State 36-14. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you. With Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And, you mentioned that Carson Newman hasn't lost to a West Virginia team since before World War II, and they've not scored below 42 points in a game here in West Virginia. They're looking to try and do that already here in the first half.
Yeah, that was something we didn't really want to talk about because we didn't want to manifest it or say anything, but going in, they pretty much have a standard. They're going to get 42 when they come to the Mountain State.
Now Luttrell has it second down and 7. Gives it off left side, pushing forward down inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. So another pick of about 3 for Sullins.
Sullins on the carry.
And that'll bring up third down and about 3 here for the Eagles.
Well, and this is kind of interesting. If they don't make this conversion, you're going to run a little bit of clock. Do you West Virginia State, do you take the timeout?
Yeah, it is kind of a conundrum right now with about 90 seconds to go in the first half. I'd say all that's going to be decided on how this play runs on both ends as they fake it to Sullins, pitch it over for Ferguson, cuts inside. He'll have the first down to the 20 with 1:23 to go.
Wow, he just made that. Looks like about the length of the ball.
And again, they've had that several times today where they've just been able to get enough for the first down. So State's been close to getting some stops here this afternoon. Carson Newman's just been able to make enough of the play to be able to keep the drive alive. So now we're down to 1:10. First and 10 from the 20. They fake the handoff. Trail keeps it, breaks out, almost squirted free, and he'll be down to about the 13-yard line. Pickup of 7, close to 8.
It looks like Carson Newman is just content to just kind of run it. I think they have enough faith in their offense. They believe that they can get to the end zone with a running clock.
Down to 47 seconds. Plenty of time here for the Eagles now as Luttrell got hit.
Fumbled.
Now fumbled on the play as Ferguson trying to get it back and just barely does. So almost the second time we saw a fumble from the Eagles on a pitch, and now they will burn their final timeout with 35 seconds left.
And I think he just took that extra, kind of, he took that extra fake, and that does upset the timing. The triple option is a beautiful offense to watch, but it's a hard offense to master, particularly when the timing is off. So you change quarterback, you change A-back. Any slight variation can affect the timing of that pitch. So I think it was a late pitch. As a football coach, you don't care.
Yeah.
If you're the quarterback or you're the back, you don't care if it's a late pitch, early pitch. Your concern is that your ball was on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I'm like you. The discipline in this type of offense has to be there fully, and trust has to be there fully for it to be executed. And that's what makes it a beautiful thing to watch whenever it's being executed at the level that it is. But like you said, it's a very timing offense, and if things go awry, it can get ugly in a hurry.
Yeah, we're actually watching one of the Carson Newman coaches go from the score box across the sideline. You can tell he's old school. He's got a clipboard. He's got a pencil. You don't believe in technology, baby.
Hey, I like it. Luttrell will roll out here on third down, running out of time, fires, and incomplete. Nicely broken up that time by the Yellow Jackets, and that'll bring up fourth down and 4.
So what do you do? Looks like they're kicking.
And they do bring on the field goal unit here.
But you can't trust this. I mean, they already ran a fake extra point. So if you're State, you got to take your base defense and be prepared for anything.
I was ready to say that's a good call right there, Ken. Again, you already saw the fake on the 2-point conversion earlier. So now it'll be a 31-yard field goal attempt here to try and push the lead to 4 scores. This kick is on the way, and it is no good.
No good.
Missed it off to the right.
So that's good for State.
Again, good hold for West Virginia State here at the end of the first half. They keep this at a 3-score game. And Still with 27 seconds left on the clock and one timeout. We'll see if they try and get a big chunk play here and maybe see if they can get a throw to the end zone before the half ends.
I tell you, at the defensive line, they were helping each other off the field. They are gassed.
Yeah, I was going to say,
they are gassed right now.
Going against this type of offense, it is, because it's not like just straight ahead ground and pound. I mean, you're having to watch for fakes, motions, everything coming at you. It is exhausting to try and defend this type of an offense. His best fires and off the hands of Felder, incomplete.
You know, you never want an incomplete, but that was probably a good incomplete. I mean, you have to understand where you're at on this field. West Virginia State has one timeout. Everything either has to go deep for a first down or it has to go to the outside to allow the receiver to get out of bounds.
There's 23 seconds left now. Bess will drop the throw, steps up. He'll take off with it, trying to get towards the sidelines, gets the first down and more, and that was a nice gainer for Bess. 16 seconds still on the clock.
Absolutely, and notice he knew down, distance, and game situation.
So that saves the last time out as well. So again, you get one more chunk play here. Could have a throw to the end zone.
I think West Virginia State has two receivers that are offsides.
A little bit. Yeah, so it's like, we didn't get that far, fellas. Let's back it up. First and 10 from their own 34. Bess drops to throw, has time, fires deep downfield.
Got him.
Has a man out there. It's caught inside the 25, the 20, and down inside the 15. 7 seconds left. And West Virginia State, with that last time out, will use it here as Arai got between the safeties and behind the defense and makes the grab.
Is that 7 or 0.7?
I believe 7 seconds.
Okay, we'll go with 7 seconds. That was a fantastic play.
Yeah. 51-yard pickup there from Bess to Arai.
Now you got a call to make. You take the 3, you go for the end zone. I'm thinking they're going to go end zone.
Like I said, 7 seconds. You got time for one play here, I'd figure, but it's got to be quick.
It does have to be quick. And it has to be to the end zone. Mm-hmm. And it has to be touchdown, out of bounds, whatever the case may be. But that's really what you're looking at right now.
And boy, what a momentum-switching situation this could be going into halftime. Could have been a 4-score lead, and if West Virginia State can miraculously get a touchdown on this play, all of a sudden you just got a 2-score game. But again, coming away with points here would be massive either way.
I think so. So this is going to be quick. So you're going to tell your receivers, you're going to get to the end zone, look for a quick pass. I mean, he's not going to have time to fake. He's not going to have time to stand in the pocket. It's go. Yeah. So you think inside curl?
Yeah, I was going to say you got to have something that's not going to be long developing here. You do got one-on-one up top here if you want to try it with Arai.
1, 2, 3, go.
And that's where they're going to go. Up top, passes. Almost hauled in. It was a perfect design. Great throw, and I think the ground just dislodged that one whenever the receiver came down with it.
I was going to say they did everything right. We were like, 1, 2, 3, go. He had it. He caught it at his highest point, but he couldn't complete the catch.
Yeah, it was Quentin Williams who was going for on that play. But, yeah, they executed that perfectly. Again, I just think the way that Williams landed just dislodged that ball. And so now they'll bring Schmidt on for the 32-yard field goal attempt to try and tack on 3 points here at the end of the half. Snap is back, rushes on. Schmidt gets it away, and it is through. So West Virginia State steals 3 points here at the end of the first half. And they cut the CARSON NEWMAN lead to 19 at 36-17. We'll be back after this break to talk about the first half as you are watching college football action here on MEC TV.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Teays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
World.
Yeah, this is a whole different
36-17 here at the half. Carson Newman leading West Virginia State University. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And again, second quarter, very entertaining, Ken. Again, it was 21-0 lead for Carson Newman after the first. Felt like we were on our way to just a Carson Newman blowout, but West Virginia State standing up in the second quarter, able to get a turnover, get a couple of touchdown drives, get the late three at the end of the second quarter. Played them dead even, actually outscored Carson Newman in the second quarter.
And I'm going to tell you, if you have not made it to any of the Mountain East venues that exist, this level of football, folks, is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a smaller venue, of course, than some of the major D1 schools, but I will tell you the atmosphere, the pregame, walking over here, people were tailgating, a lot of hospitality, fans on both teams. This is a football experience, and I will tell you also, just as you correctly indicated, Chris, this has been a fantastic game.
It has. It's been up and down. It's been a lot of big plays. It's been, just a lot of athleticism on both sides and a lot of clever play calls, too. So, I mean, it's been a phenomenal game here in the second quarter. And like you said, the turnout's been nice here today. And, I agree with you. I mean, if you haven't got out to some of these venues to be able to check out this level of competition, I mean, I know some people look at it as, well, it's not, Alabama or something like that. Well, of course, very few things are, but these are kids that have got a ton of talent, a lot of good coaching staffs, a lot of brilliant people on both sides. It's definitely worth it to come out and watch this level, because these are kids that were all conference, all state, wherever they came from as well. I mean, it's just very hard to crack that next level, but they have shown that their abilities are incredible being at this level.
And I will say, the other thing that you have to look at, too, when you're convincing a child to, well, they're not children, they're children to me, but when you convince a young athlete to pursue, college athletics, whatever their primary goal is, whether it's to continue in their particular sport professionally or to obtain their education, you're looking at each of these schools that comprise this conference, and academically as well as, their alumni base, all these different things, it provides you with the college atmosphere that young people are looking for, but also provides you with the opportunity to play. Mm-hmm. If you are playing here, you're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's playing, whether it's, practice competing, whether it's actually here in games. It's a wonderful atmosphere. But this is the thing that makes it even more exciting, the second half. Because when you have a game like this, making the adjustments, and I can tell you, there's, we talked about stats, and we were talking about time of possession, yardage, all of these different things which sort of went into what we were looking at. There are two stats that are kind of stand out here when you're looking at this. One is total yardage for CARSON NEWMAN. They're at 343. Mm-hmm. So if you're the defensive staff for West Virginia State, you don't like that number. But here's what you tell them. This is the number we have now. Let's make it half in the second half. We can't have another half where we give up 300 yards of offense. So let's just reduce that. The other thing that you can see right here, which is pretty indicative of how we saw this game, CARSON NEWMAN had sustained drives, so they were converting 6 out of 9 on third down conversions. West Virginia State has to get off the field, so you want that conversion number to go down. We cannot let CARSON NEWMAN win third down, because if we can win third down, that gives the ball back to our offense. And West Virginia State's offense has been dynamic.
Yeah, they were flashing big time in the second quarter.
They just haven't had that many opportunities to be dynamic.
Yeah. In the first quarter, it was like crawling upfield trying to get any yardage, but the second quarter, Best started to settle down, made some throws. The offensive line settled down, was able to give him more time. Receivers were able to make plays, and that's what we were talking about, just settling into the game and being able to execute what you can execute. And that's why, getting the ball to start the third quarter is going to be big for West Virginia State. If they can go down and get a score, that puts a lot of pressure on CARSON NEWMAN, because, they came out here and just ran up and down the field 3 straight times. Felt like this was just going to be a runaway, and West Virginia State's fought back in the second quarter. And so the pressure goes on CARSON NEWMAN, even if they still have the lead at that point, if West Virginia State's able to close this gap.
And, and we talked about that going into this game. The routine was a little off. We highlighted the fact that whichever team could sort of push through, they both went through a lot of emotions. It's been the change in schedule, but whichever team could sort of push through. CARSON NEWMAN sort of adjusted a little bit better in the first quarter, but West Virginia State in the second quarter, in essence, almost like woke up, and they were like, okay, big play on defense, that fumble recovery, that long fumble return for 43 yards, that changed the game for West Virginia State. And I think coming out of this, they're going to have to, go a little bit up tempo. They've seen that Felder could be dynamic. He may not be dynamic rushing the ball, but he's going to be dynamic in the receiving game. So I think getting the ball to 7 and 9 will be important. I also think that coming out of this from the CARSON NEWMAN standpoint, they got a little fancy. When they took number 1 out and put 16 in when they changed quarterbacks, it kind of slowed their tempo down a little bit. And you don't know whether or not they're just going quarter by quarter, which seems like that's what the rotation is. We didn't see any injury. So whoever starts this third quarter for CARSON NEWMAN, I think it's going to tell us a lot about where their coaches sort of see the game.
Yeah, I was a little interested in that myself. I kind of did feel like that change in the offense whenever they made the switch there from Gleaton to Luttrell. And, Luttrell's been great as well. I mean, it's been a different type of offense since he's come into the game. And it has seemed like it's slowed things down for them a little bit. I mean, Luttrell made a big throw for a touchdown, made a nice 1-yard run for a touchdown. So it's not as if he's come in and just been horrific. I think just that one pitch that Gleaton made that was the errant pitch, I don't know if that's what got him on the bench. I don't know if, like you said, maybe they go rotationally with both of those two. But it has seemed like there's been a little bit of a different feel ever since Luttrell came in and Gleaton went out after the first quarter.
Absolutely. So, going into the second half, when you go to any game and you look and you see there's 53 points that have been posted, you hope that the two teams have, the scoring differential is a little bit smaller, but this game has been exciting. And the good thing about it, I think you and I are both sort of double booked today.
Yeah.
We still got another game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to go back to Cabell Midland or GW High School.
GW, going to the Hill.
Yeah, I got to go all the way back down to Southern West Virginia to Mann High School tonight for a game. So, that's back where I'm from. So, but yeah, so we've got ourselves a long day of football, and so we go from college to high school after this. And but it's not a bad way to spend your day and earn your pay.
Well, I don't know about that, but I would say it's not a bad way to spend the day. But I will tell you, it seems like if you have children, particularly children who are involved in high school sports, they find you at halftime to get money from you. So I feel like I get pinched.
That's why he's up your hide.
I see that. So I don't know whether it's time for a break before we start the second half.
Yeah,
I think if we can take one, we'll take a break right now and we'll come back. And go ahead, Chris, take it away.
Yeah, we will. We'll step aside and be back after this as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Teays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
36-17, Carson Newman leads West Virginia State here at the half. Chris Kidd with you, Kent Bryson alongside me with Robbie Mounts, our engineer, as both teams back onto the field warming up, getting ready for the start of the second half, and we'll be back for the start of the second half right after this as you're watching college football action right here on MEC TV.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Teays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
36-17, Carson Newman leads West Virginia State as we get ready for the start of the second half. Chris Kidd with you, Kent Bryson alongside me with Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And West Virginia State will get the ball to start the third quarter of action after they kicked a field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And this could be a huge drive in this game right here, Kent, determining how this second half could play out, because if Carson Newman gets a stop and goes down and scores, that obviously opens this game wide, blows this game wide open. But if State can get a score here, now all of a sudden we've got a very contested second half.
And I think what you're looking at here, probably the second most effective play outside of Best sort of hitting a lot of those outside routes has been the kick return for West Virginia State. So West Virginia State's been averaging, I would say, probably about 30, 35 yards on these kick returns. So you're looking at West Virginia State. If they can get that amount just to kind of start, just give them a little bit of space, that's going to open up the offense for State and allow them to have an opportunity to score in their first series. So
this kick is in the air, going sideways towards it.
Take it's a penalty.
I was going to say it was heading towards the sidelines, and it'll go out of bounds. That'll give State good field position to open up here in the second half.
So it should place the ball, I guess, at the 30, 35?
Yeah, I believe the 35.
And that's almost as, you'll take it. That's as good as a return. That gets you a little bit out of the shadow of your own end zone, and now that gives you an opportunity to open up offensively in a lot of different ways.
We've seen Best get hot late in the second quarter. Again, that long completion to Arai to set up the field goal at the end of the half. Now here it is, 1st and 10 at their own 35. They'll give it off to Felder. Tried to get to the edge, but Carson Newman swallows it up, and that'll be no gain for Felder.
Now, I like keeping the defense honest, but I don't like that particular play on first down on your first series of the second half, due to the fact that I kind of believe that's going to put you back on, sort of down the distance. I would have liked for them to kind of open it up a little bit.
That'll be 2nd down and 10. It's best to go quickly here. Showing blitz, and it looks like they got into the neutral zone, so they'll blow the play dead. So this will be encroachment against the Eagles.
It should be.
Yeah, that'll give the Yellow Jackets a cheap 5 yards.
I think West Virginia State would have liked for the play to play out a little bit, because, having that opportunity to maybe hit a deep one on them.
So that does give them 2nd and 5, and we've seen Best go with that hard count and be successful with it a couple of times now today. So this is definitely a lot more manageable here. It opens the door to a couple different plays. It's Best. And the shotgun takes a snap, fakes the handoff, has a man open in the flat, completes it, trying to cut back up field, but not able to do so after a short gain that time for Ray. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 1 here for the Yellow Jackets.
And you can see the tempo West Virginia State's picking up. So they're going jet tempo, which is very fast.
And now they'll hand it off. Felder, he'll creep off the left side, and he'll have enough for the first down up to about the 46. So a couple yards, and that'll move the chains.
And that's what I was thinking they were going to do. They're going to do something quick just to get that 1 yard. Maybe a quarterback keeper. It looks like he handed off to Felder. See if they keep this. Oh, there's an injury. We apparently didn't see it. There's an injured player.
Carson Newman player down right where the ball is spotted. So they'll come out and check on him. So while they attend to him, we'll step aside for a quick break and be back after this as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
You have dreams.
Where do you start to build the skills necessary to make them happen?
At West Virginia State, you learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
Back here at Dickerson Stadium, Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you as it's 1st and 10 for West Virginia State at their own 46, opening drive of the third quarter. Best drops to throw, can't find anyone, steps up, tries to escape, and he'll be brought down after a couple of yards as he creeps up to the 48-yard line.
And again, you're moving the sticks. You're only getting a couple of yards gained on that particular play, but you're giving them something to look at. Now they have to consider the best may keep it.
He's been able to escape a couple of times now for a couple of big gains. One of them near the end of the first half set up that long pass play to Arai. Now 2nd down and 8. Best keeps it, fires, and miscommunication that time. It's either between he and Johnson or he and his running back.
And I was going to say, one of the things I've noticed, Best is very much a rhythm passer. It's almost like he has an internal clock, and once that clock hits the designated number, he just passes.
Yeah.
So, I'd like for him to kind of keep his eyes up a little bit and watch his receivers.
Now a big 3rd down and 8 here for West Virginia State as Best looks back to the sideline. As the godfather himself here, Butch Mounts, joining us here in the press box. As Best empty backfield. Back to throw, has time, fires, has a man open in the flat, complete. That'll be a 1st down and keeps the drive alive. Could be a late hit there as well. As thrown to the ground that time after the play was Jones, but no flag comes out.
And I'll, again, like what they're doing here, taking their time, controlling the tempo, moving the ball down the field. This has been a very good series thus far for West Virginia State.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Carson Newman 38-yard line. And good job by Jones just making himself available at that time out in that left flat. So they'll send him over towards the left here as they give it off to Felder. Felder almost was able to squirt out of that initial contact, but he's brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
West Virginia State's been very successful throwing the short and intermediate pass. A play action on a 1st down play, a fake to Felder, and then kind of teeing it up and sending it to a receiver deep down the field, that's probably going to have to be in the playbook a little bit. I think that they're seeing some things, and Carson Newman is getting a routine.
2nd down and 10 at the 38-yard line of the Eagles. Best rolls near side, looking, under pressure, fires, and incomplete as he threw it into a dead zone. He's had a couple receivers out there, and looked like he may have had Ray breaking free late that time.
He did. Again, they faked it. He was setting his feet, and I think the pressure just got to him. But, if he could have stood in there maybe one more second, he did have Ray breaking deep down the sideline.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 10, 2nd straight 3rd and long here for the Yellow Jackets. And again, they're in that dead area of the field right now where you feel like this is still 4-down territory unless they take a big loss on this play. Play clock down to 13. Best will have 2 receivers to each side. He'll send one man in motion. Back to throw, looking over the middle, fires, and in and out of the hands of his intended man. It's a big hit late on Ray right as he caught that ball. And now it'll be 4th and 10.
I'm surprised that they're actually punting.
Yeah, I am too from this spot.
But you do have the reigning special teams player of the week. So
broken out by Jones.
It is. It's just a tough spot of the field.
I can see him putting this inside the 5. Maybe angle it out of bounds.
Yes, it's a tough spot of the field because it's maybe too far for a field goal. 4th and 10's a lot to ask to try and pick up yardage-wise. So Schmidt, after the low snap, able to get it away. And this will work out well.
He shouldn't have caught that.
Yeah, but he called for the fair catch, and West Virginia State hit him, so that'll be a penalty on the Yellow Jackets.
See, I was going to say, I'm sitting here watching in real time. I did not see his hand go up.
Yeah, he signaled late for the fair catch. But evidently, the West Virginia State player did not see it in time.
I didn't see it either. And I'm really interested to see whether his hand fully went up. Because it looked like he was sort of almost telling his other players to get away from the ball. But I guess the officials felt that he made a clear and distinct signal, which is what's required.
So it looks like the official signal for a full timeout. We'll step aside as well and be back after this as you are watching college football action here on MEC TV.
Corporate sponsors, Encova Insurance, Gino's Pizza.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Teays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
Back here at Dickerson Stadium in West Virginia State University, Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you. Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And again, the penalty on West Virginia State brings Carson Newman out to about the 20-yard line. We'll talk about that after this play as Luttrell stays in at quarterback here. His first drive of the second half for the Eagles. As Luttrell will keep it off that right side. Not a whole lot there, and he'll go down after about a yard gain. And again, looking at that replay a moment ago, Kent, again, it was kind of the faintest of fair catch signals that was given.
Absolutely, and I can say that puts you as a defender in a very bad situation because generally the rule requires that you make a motion that's very distinct, usually elevating your hand above your head. On this returner, he pretty much takes his hand up to helmet level. And as such, it was hard to see unless you were the official, which the official was right there next to him, to call that.
So it's second down and 9. They'll pitch it far side to Ferguson. Turns the corner, and he'll get across the 25 to 30 and should have enough for the first down as he's shoved out of bounds along the Carson Newman sideline.
And again, as you mentioned, they're starting with Luttrell at quarterback. We're not getting any information as to why he replaced the previous quarterback, but it looks as if Carson Newman is going to be content initially just to try to run the ball and take some time off his clock.
And again, they were effective on their last drive of the first half, burning out about the last 5 minutes. As they'll pitch it to Bradley. Big hole for him across the 40, 45, 50. Caught from behind and then gets free again inside the 30 before he's pushed out of bounds. As Bradley had that opening touchdown of the game on the long run, and now he breaks off another long one.
And that's what's so mysterious about the option. When you look at this play and watch it being set up, I mean, there were some really good blocks by West Virginia State. They took the quarterback, they took the initial pitch guy, and then all of a sudden you see this other back just second quarter running down the field. There's a timeout.
So it looks like timeout taken here, or actually no.
It was an injury. Okay, we can't see the sideline was blocking it.
Yeah, so while they attend to this West Virginia State player, we'll step aside and be back after this because you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
You need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. and Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. and Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank.
Back to action here, 1st and 10 for Carson Newman at the West Virginia State 28. The trail fires quickly out into the flat, complete. Big head of steam inside the 20, the 15, and his flag comes down back at about the 14-yard line. So we'll see what this is about.
It looked like it was thrown possibly in the area of a legal man downfield or a hold. I mean, that was a very quick developing play.
So you can see it looks like Carson Newman's walking backwards, so this is going to be a personal foul.
Crackback block.
Yeah, if you ever got hit with one of those as a player, it's not the most fun thing in the world to get hit with.
Usually when you get hit with a crackback, you don't remember it.
Yeah.
Because it hurts.
Oh, yeah. The ones you never saw coming, those are the ones that, I mean, the other ones you can at least brace for impact. Those, yeah, it takes a few seconds to get your wind back. So now it'll be 1st down and long here as Luttrell will keep it on the option. He gets hardly anywhere, picked up maybe 2 yards. And it'll be second down and long here for the Eagles.
I got to tell you, I want to think maybe that was a busted play because he showed that ball an awful long time, and there was no back to pull it from on that read. So I'm thinking that maybe he went the wrong way. Very rarely in this game have you seen their quarterbacks just take hits like that with the ball exposed. So I have to think that was a mistake made on the quarterback. And you can see he's redirecting right here. So whatever formation they ran previously, they didn't line up correctly.
Second down and 20. So Trell will get under center. Sends a man in motion. He'll drop the throw, rolls out under pressure, heaves it up for grabs. One-on-one down there in the end zone and incomplete. That's good coverage that time by West Virginia State as Zach Hobson had his man all the way, and it'll bring up third down and 20.
And that was, like I said, that was good football. The receiver was competing, the DB was competing, and I think it was a good no call.
26 to go here in the third quarter. Still a 36-17 lead for Carson Newman. So both teams march up and down the field in the second quarter. Now West Virginia State looking to answer the stop that Carson Newman got. I'd say if you're Carson Newman, you might just try and pick up some yardage here, see if maybe you can get in some field goal range, as they will run the option over to Ferguson. Ferguson inside the 35 and runs out of bounds after a gain of about 6. So let's see if they elect to go for it or try the field goal from here. They're keeping, it looks like, Luttrell on the field.
I was going to say, this has been the best defensive series outside of that last series in the first half that West Virginia State has had.
And again, just like West Virginia State was a moment ago, Carson Newman's kind of in no man's land at the 32. Again, probably too far for a field goal attempt, but really not a spot worthy of a punt. So they'll go for it on 4th and 15. They need the 19-yard line for a first down. If they try to go for their hard count, see if they get a cheap 5 yards out of the Yellow Jackets. And, yeah, they were just trying to see if they could draw West Virginia State offside, so they'll take the delay of game penalty and just punt it deep.
Yeah, 4th and 15, I don't think 5 yards is going to make a difference.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was one of those, maybe if you got a cheap 5 yards, you might have a better chance at going for it, or maybe it would get you into field goal range. But, yeah, works out either way, though, I guess, if you're Carson Newman, because you bleed the clock down a little bit further. Now you get to bleed another 30 or so seconds off of it. And you have a chance to try and pin West Virginia State back deep here.
West Virginia State looks short on a number of players. They are short by a lot.
Yeah, big time. They get another on. Looks like Carson Newman got a player on late, too. So I
think they only had 9.
That's a high kick. Not going to be much of a chance for return.
They did. There was only 9 players for West Virginia State out here on this field.
Yeah, you can count them up right now. Yeah, that's
I was looking at that. I was like, that was awful. Look kind of different.
Yeah, I was looking over the West Virginia State coaching box, too, and even they were like, how many do we have?
And you have to consider that to be a win for West Virginia State because obviously that signal did not come out or down from the sidelines to the field. With 9 against 11, you figure they would have ran power and just faked this punt.
Yeah. So I'm like you. It's kind of a break that they were able to come out of that with the field position they did. Again, it took a little bit of a hop back towards West Virginia State's way, so they'll take it over at the 11-yard line here with 7:05 to go in the third quarter. And again, even though Carson Newman doesn't score on that drive, again, they bleed another 4+ minutes off the clock, and it just keeps putting every possession West Virginia State gets now at a high premium.
And I think that one of the things you have to look for if you're West Virginia State, you hear teams talk about the concept of a 4-minute offense. And you look at how much time is left in this game and what you need to do. If you're State, you have to maintain scoring drives. First and foremost, it has to be a scoring drive. The second goal is to have a scoring drive that's 4 minutes or less because you want to give yourself an opportunity to have multiple series. You know, you need to be able to maintain the ball. So look for West Virginia State to try to get the tempo. When they're controlling tempo, they tend to do much better. But, again, they're in a dangerous situation, as we talked about, inside their own 20. You can't do a lot here.
So again, these opening plays will be big for the possible success of this drive. As Bess will be in shotgun here on 1st and 10. They'll give it off to Felder. He lost it on the ground. all sorts of Carson Newman players around it. And this could be a back-breaking turnover potentially, and it is Carson Newman football.
And this is what we had talked about before. You can't do a lot inside your 20. And that was it was a standard handoff. But I got to be candid with you. Every time that we've seen West Virginia State have an opening play of their series, they've ran that play. So, if we notice it up here, someone down there is noticing it as well. So I think they just came out with an all-out blitz. Timing was messed up, and unfortunately there was a fumble on the play.
So now that sets up Carson Newman in prime real estate here, 1st and goal from the 9-yard line with 6:57 to go here in the third quarter as they have a chance to take a 4-score lead. Luttrell under center. They'll run the option. He'll keep it. Breaks inside down to about the 6-yard line. They're going to spot him back maybe a little further back. Looked like he got ahead for a couple more yards than what the side official's giving him, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
So now, if you're West Virginia State, you have to hold. I mean, holding no points would be great.
Yeah.
But 3 points is mandatory. You have to hold them.
Yeah, I'm like you. If you get out of here just giving up 3 points, that's a win right now. So give it off left side. Solon sneaks through, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown for Carson Newman. And now they have taken a 42-17 lead with 6:20 to go here in the third.
And that's a big kid.
Yeah. Jaden Solons, he's not someone I would want to see if I had to make a tackle, he or Tyler Curtis. And I believe that actually was Curtis who got that handoff. So it may have been Curtis, actually, that took that in for Carson Newman.
Yeah, he was 6'1", 228, and I'm pretty sure those scales are off.
The extra point blocked.
You can return this for 2.
Yes, this could be 2 the other way. Racing is Williams. Only the kicker to beat, and unless Williams falls, he's going to beat him to the end zone. So State gets 2 points back on the block kick return, and it's now 42-19 in favor of Carson Newman with 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. And as we go to break, we'll take a look at it once again as big play for West Virginia State to get a little bit of that momentum back after the turnover and the touchdown by Carson Newman, as you are watching college football action right here on the MEC Network.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Kickoff for Carson Newman after the 9-yard touchdown run by Curtis. And then Williams with the return after the block extra point for 2 points for West Virginia State. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson here with you as Williams, who just ran one all the way back, now will take it back on the kickoff and almost squirted free again as he gets it out close to the 30.
I was going to tell you, there's a couple of things that, special teams is a very vital component of any football game. But that kicker, that place kicker on that botch block PAT, he really didn't want to run that far.
No.
He was on the side. As he's running down the field, I can hear him thinking to himself, man, I got to run at least to make it look good because on film study, I don't want my coach to yell at me. But, it was unnecessary. That's the most the kicker runs in a whole game on that one play.
Yeah, I was going to say, he and Williams both probably a little gassed right now as they both had to run up and down the field the last 2 plays. But now 42-19, West Virginia State goes working. There's that run again that we talked about, Kent, that right now Carson Newman just knows it's coming on first down.
I think at this time the running back needs to say something like, we have to audible out of this particular play.
So that's going to put them back after a loss of 1, 2nd and 11, as we've gone under 6 minutes to go here in the third. Again, that 2-point conversion does bring it back to a 3-score game, but West Virginia State's going to have to go down and get a touchdown here to try and put some pressure back on Carson Newman as Bess hit as he throws, ball in the air and intercepted. Picked off on the ricochet that time as Kendra Williams comes up with it for the Eagles, and now Carson Newman could land a severe knockout punch if they go in here.
And I got to tell you, West Virginia State pretty much in that first half, played mistake-free football. I think the turnover margin was 1-0, the fumble by Carson Newman. But to come out in the third quarter and have turnovers on back-to-back series, that hurts.
Yeah.
And so, again, you're asking your defense, which has been phenomenal for most of this game, even though they've given them some points. They've kind of kept State in this. This could be far worse.
They pitch it to Ferguson off the right side, cuts up field inside the 25, down to the 20. He'll be close to a first down if he doesn't already have it. Looks like I'll spot him about a yard short, but yeah, that's 2 turnovers in your last 3 plays now if you're West Virginia State. And both times you've given this dynamic offense very good field position to start out in, and now another player down for the Yellow Jackets. So while they attend to him, we'll step aside for a quick break and be back after this as you're watching college football action right here on MEC TV.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall.
2nd down and 1 for Carson Newman from the West Virginia State 20-yard line. They fake the handoff, pitch it back. Good defense.
That was a great play.
And Bradley gets dropped for about a 5-yard loss. But yeah, I'm like you, that was a great job getting through. And now another Yellow Jacket player slow to get up.
And he was the one, it was actually Corlin Witcher, the defensive tackle, who hit the quarterback. I think he may have jammed his hand.
Yeah, I'm like you. That's a good catch. It looked like he's holding it gingerly as he gets up right now.
Oh, that's not pretty.
Again, you hope that nothing's broken on that, but yeah, those plays sometimes you get in there and you get caught wrong. But yeah, you can see he's holding his hand just firm in one position. And he came to the sideline. And hopefully he just got jammed up in there and nothing got dislocated. But now it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Eagles at the 24-yard line of West Virginia State. Latrell, he'll give it off this time to Solons. He'll barrel his way down close to the 20-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down about a yard and a half here for Carson Newman.
And Carson Newman's missed a field goal. They had a blocked PAT. I don't think their coach is going to not going to put that much faith in special teams. They're going for it.
Here they go on 4th down. They've converted once already today. So give it off to Solons again. Jumps in, escapes a couple of tacklers, and gets the 1st down inside the 15, down to the 14, a gain of 7.
His first 2 moves were jumps.
Yeah.
I was going to say, they thought he was going to do a dive, and he literally just jumped over the first tackler and jumped over the second tackler.
Well, it was like if you were playing a video game and you just kept hitting the same button 3 or 4 times, and it actually finally worked out for him. But now Carson Newman, as we said, this could be basically a back-breaking score if they go in and get a touchdown here as they pitch it back to Ferguson, trying to get to the edge. He turns the corner inside the 10 before he's pushed out of bounds. And again, Ferguson's just had such great speed all afternoon. And it'll bring up second and short now.
And if you're West Virginia State again, you competed. Obviously, the score currently is not where you want it to be, but you still got to compete.
It's second down and 2. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third. So give it off to Solons. Pushes his way forward. He'll have the first down. And it'll be first and goal to go now for the Eagles inside the 5. So again, they're just continue to methodically take the ball down here. And as you said, time of possession becoming more and more one-sided here in the second half.
And I was going to say, you're 3 scores down now. A stop, turnover, anything. That's the reason why I think, going into this, it's a lot of pressure on this defense right now.
So give it off. Solons. Ball on the ground. Oh, it looks like Carson Newman, though, got back on top of it. And you see a West Virginia State player fighting for it down there in the scrum.
That would have been something, right?
Yeah,
You're just talking about it and he fumbles the ball.
Oh, but it is. We've seen ball hit the turf quite a bit here in this third quarter on both sides, but Carson Newman's been able to recover their mistakes. West Virginia State's not been as lucky. Now, second and goal from the 3. Latrell will just sneak it forward. I don't know if he got there or not.
He's short.
So they just run that Philly special right up the gut. And it'll be third and goal now.
It's definitely inside the 1, I think.
Yes, I would be surprised to see the same exact play right here. And this is what he scored on back in the first quarter. Down to a minute 25 here in the third. So Latrell sends a man out. And everyone bunched in here in the middle. Latrell does sneak it, push the ball out, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Carson Newman. And a 1-yard dive by Latrell. And the lead is now ballooned to 48-19.
Remember, I told you that guy's an Olympic power lifter.
Yeah.
That's what it has in his bio. So I think he just he's got strong arms.
So I said, if you got him in there in that scrum play right in the middle, it's a good advantage to have, having him pushing the pile with your lineman. Now, after having the last extra point blocked, taken back for 2 points by West Virginia State. Carson Newman lines up to try and take a 30-point lead.
New kicker.
Snaps back. His kick is up. Looks like he was able to split the uprights, and he did. And that'll be a 49-19 lead now for Carson Newman with 1:14 left here in the third quarter. We'll be back after this as you're watching college football action here on the MEC Network.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Tays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest.
Carson Newman set to kick off here with a 49-19 lead. Chris Kidd with you, Kent Bryson alongside me, Robbie Mounts, our engineer, as Williams will take it a yard deep in the end zone, out across the 10, the 15 as he gets to the 20 and then pushed back. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets as they look to try and go down, get some momentum on offense for the first time here in the second half.
I was going to say, we talked about adjustments at halftime, and we made it a point of how, going into this, West Virginia State would have to capitalize on that second half momentum, continue to score, but get a couple of stops. It's actually kind of put everything in reverse. They've been stopped offensively, and they haven't necessarily stopped Carson Newman from scoring in the second half.
Bess will take the snap and first down, fires to the far side and completes it out to about the 30, close to the 31-yard line. And there's one of the few times on first down that we haven't seen them go to the run, and they're able to pick up a good gainer to Nolan Johnson.
And actually, Felder's not in the game right now.
Yes, he maybe got shaken up on that last play where he fumbled or had the exchange fumbled as they handed off this time.
It's number 5.
Again, you got 2 number 5s. Look like Justin Pessoa. So it'll be first down for West Virginia State under 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. This Bess. It's 2 receivers to each side. Give it off once again up the middle. Nice burst here. Pessoa out across 45-50. It's first down and more. And Pessoa will put an end to the third quarter with a little bit of an exclamation point for West Virginia State as they're on the move to start the fourth. They trail it, though, 49-19. And we'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter right after this as you're watching college football action on MEC TV.
Kids got a little bit of burst.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Start of quarter number 4 here from Dickerson Stadium at West Virginia State University. Chris Kidd and Kent Bryson with you this afternoon with Robbie Mounts, our engineer, as West Virginia State starts off the fourth quarter, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of Carson Newman. It's Bess. Drops to throw on first down as Pessoa underneath completes it to him. He's been the man on this drive so far. Inside the 25, the 20, down inside the 10, and he sets up first and goal to go and maybe a face mask tacked on at the end of that.
That was a great play.
Again, Pessoa's come in and just been a lightning rod since getting into the lineup here at the end of the third and early fourth.
And you kind of have to ask yourself, if you're West Virginia State, you have obviously a very athletic team. We're looking at this roster here. I mean, his roster is full of kids who pass what I call the eye test.
Yeah.
Maybe some of utilization of some of that depth, would have probably kind of helped a little bit to keep some of these guys fresh. The D-line, O-line's gone the whole game, and it is actually warm out here.
That'll be first and goal to go here for the Yellow Jackets. And trying to answer the Carson Newman score of a moment ago. So give it off to Pessoa. Waits, now disappears into the line as he'll pick up maybe a yard down to about the 2-yard line. So it'll be second and goal.
I wonder if they have a heavy package here. It looks like some of these guys are getting ready. I assume they had to have one of the, here he comes, see? Ask and you shall receive.
Hey, that's what you like to see coming out there is that'll be big number 75, Marcellus Hughes-Brewster. So again, you get the big head.
He's a tight end. I think he's got hands too.
Yeah, so we'll see if he's eligible here on this play. Got to watch him if you're Carson Newman. They do try and roll it out though with Pessoa, and he's swallowed alive back at the 6-yard line.
That was a busted play.
Yeah.
You notice all the blocking went over here to the left. And he went to the right.
Yeah, that was one of those just miscommunication. And so now it'll be third and goal. Looks like they'll spot it actually back at the, it looks like about the 6.5-yard line. figure this is still 4-down territory either way for West Virginia State.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now you have Felder back in the backfield. Best will roll near side, looking, fires towards the back of the end zone and tipped away at the last second as Williams was there, but a good defensive play.
1-2.
That was nicely.
I think they only had 10 players out there. They did. Wait a minute. Counting it, looks like there may be 11 now.
Jackson Ward had the deflection on that play. Bring up 4th and goal from the 6. So again, one more chance here for West Virginia State, and they'll call timeout to talk it over. So we'll step aside as well and be back after this as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Teays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
4th and goal now for the Yellow Jackets from the 6-yard line. Trying to punch in their first offensive touchdown of the second half. It's Best. Quick throw over the middle. Looked like holding, and there comes the flag. As that'll give West Virginia State 1st and goal. Yeah, it looked like clear holding right there on Felder.
It was. I think I would have liked for Felder to run that in. I mean, he's got size of a prototypical pro quarterback. He's 6'5", 230. So he's Cam Newton size. But, you know, he could have just ran that in as well.
Man, Best, he likes to be a little bit more traditional in the pocket. He doesn't seem like he likes to get moving outside of it a whole lot. He's done it a few times today.
I understand that, but if you're 6'5", 230, you run from inside the 5.
There's not a whole lot of people definitely eager to try and come in and tackle you with a full head of steam. It's 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Best keeps it, tries to get to the corner, and he's not going to quite get there as he gets gang tackled back at about the 5. So it'll be 2nd and goal.
See, that was indecisiveness. That was a read, and that was a pull. When I want you to run at 6'5", 230, I want you to be decisive. Go.
Yeah, get more north-south,
yeah, you're
east-west.
As soon as the ball touches you, we're going.
Yeah, because I said once you start getting east-west with the way that this Carson Newman team pursues, it just creates issues. Now we get a whistle and another timeout, it appears, called here. As this will be called by Carson Newman. So both teams with 2 timeouts left here in the 4th quarter. As we'll be back after this. You're watching college football action with us here on MEC TV.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Second and goal here for West Virginia State as they get their second set of downs inside the 10-yard line after the holding penalty against Carson Newman.
Okay.
Now they're shifting everyone back in here as Bess takes a snap, gives it off. Pessoa pushes forward, and he's going to be stopped shy of the end zone, down to about the 2-yard line, maybe a little inside of it.
So we're third and goal?
Yep, third and goal again here. They're trying to go quickly. Carson Newman trying to have back-to-back goal line stands here on the same drive. Pessoa now will shift over to the left side. Bess looks to throw, has time, fires, and incomplete, broken up on Williams. And now another flag comes in.
And that's either going to be PI or targeting. It'll be interesting to see what the call is going to be. But definitely there was contact, pass interference.
So that'll reset the downs once again here for the Yellow Jackets. So again, that's a second penalty against Carson Newman. One on fourth down a moment ago, now on third down here. So this will be the 8th snap with goal to go here. Can West Virginia State finally get in?
And that's, one of the funniest things to say. This series is taking too much time.
Yeah.
I mean, they've ran probably about 3 minutes worth of clock inside the goal.
Now Bess will take the snap, gives it off, and they're still not going to get in here. So again, Carson Newman, again, despite the penalties, got to give them credit. They're really holding strong in. Some of the fans turning around yelling at us, we are not calling the plays.
And I got to say, these are very knowledgeable fans here.
Yeah.
These are just, this isn't alumni of this particular. These are actually students, and these are, I was going to say, this is somebody's definitely daughter who's raised on football because she's calling out the formation and the play.
So now it'll be second and goal from the 3-yard line. They'll hand it off, getting left side. Felder, he's not going to get in. And now it'll be third and goal again. Wow.
All right, so we obviously have seen something with this offense that probably will be corrected by next week, but they don't have a heavy package. So they don't run with a fullback or a big back. And if you notice, Carson Newman is just keying off the running back. They don't believe that the quarterback is going to hold it. So it's third and goal.
Now they send a man in motion, rolling near side, now cutting up his best, fakes, gets free, and he's into the end zone. And West Virginia State on their 10th try or 11th try on goal to go finally cracked the end zone. And the lead now at 49-25, Carson Newman.
I think he ran that Cam Newton we were talking about.
Yeah. And again, it was a strong hold by Carson Newman right there and really made West Virginia State work to get in.
And he was decisive. Now, I don't know whether he was decisive because of fear of being hit, but he was decisive that once he planted that foot, he went forward.
Mm-hmm. Now they're going to go for 2. Try and get this down to a 22-point game. Send Felder in motion. They run similar play over to the far side, and that's going to be incomplete. It just didn't have enough time to develop. But West Virginia State does score, and it's back to a 3-score game at 49-25 as we'll be back after this break. You're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
Need a lawyer? Then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
49-25, Carson Newman leading West Virginia State Yellow Jackets here on this Friday afternoon. Chris Kidd with you, Kent Bryson alongside me, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer. As West Virginia State now looking to line up for the onside kick here.
Carson Newman's not ready.
Yeah, they're going to have to burn a timeout here, it looks like. Yeah, so they're going to be down to one. Yeah, Carson Newman was not ready for that whatsoever. But, West Virginia State, they've got to roll the dice right now. You're down by 3 scores still with 10:28 to go. You're still trying to win this football game. So I like that Coach Pennington's still thinking in terms of we're trying to win this. We're going to pull out any stops we can to try and do so.
And I think that if you're a player in this West Virginia State team, that's what you want to see. You want to see that your coaches are invested in the victory. And so you get invested in the victory. So to me, I think that was a great play. Now, here's another option. You have a senior kicker. You got a kicker that can put the ball anywhere. What about a pop-up?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be in that first 10-yard, sort of gap. What if you pop it up or squib it? It's a free kick as long as it doesn't get to the end zone. So let's see if they make an adjustment. Yeah, they're talking about it.
Yes, you see that Carson Newman's got everybody up now except for one man back deep. So we'll see if West Virginia State looks like they're going to continue. Yeah, they've shifted the formation a little.
Yeah, but watch the placement of the ball. It's the ball that's going to be key.
Schmidt, now they'll shift a few more up to the top. Carson Newman still looks a little erratic on the sideline as to what's happening here. Schmidt, though, gets a good kick off and picked up, though, and this could go the other way. Down inside the 20, the 15, and pushed out of bounds. And again, that was caught on a full run that time. So it took a perfect hop right into his breadbasket.
It did.
Again, I believe that was number 85, Galen Washington Jr., who had that return.
Everything that can go right on an onside kick, that was not an example of that because that was everything that could go wrong. It took the one bounce, the second bounce, but the second bounce was supposed to go high, and it went directly into the receiver.
So now, this will be the third time today that Carson Newman's been inside the 15-yard line to start a drive against West Virginia State. Both drives, I believe this half have both been with a short field. Now we get another stoppage.
I think we had a player on the wrong sideline. I just saw 6 come across the field.
Well, it looks like West Virginia State burns their second timeout, so both teams down to 1. So we'll be back after this break as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know.
1st and 10 for Carson Newman at the 13-yard line. They lead at 49-25. Again, 326 rushing yards on the game for the Eagles, and looking for more here as they pitch it back. Ferguson turns the corner, cut off though at the 10-yard line. He'll be brought down.
Ferguson on the carry.
Another key thing today too, Ken. Again, Carson Newman's fumbled the ball 5 times, but they've only lost one of those fumbles here this afternoon.
Absolutely, and when you're a triple option team, fumbling is part of the game. It's just not losing fumbles. So in regards to the turnover battle, they lost the first half, but I think they're winning the second half.
And again, a couple of costly turnovers for West Virginia State deep in their own territory, leading to scores for Carson Newman. Again, the defense has played well here in the second half. Just those short fields have been the backbreakers. As Luttrell will keep it off the left end, pushing forward. He'll be down close to the first down, may in fact have it, as it's right at the marker at about the 4.
And I think, waiting for the signal here,
on the stop.
I think they're marking them just short. Or are they going to measure?
It looks like
West Virginia State has an injury, number 38.
so they've had a mountain of injuries so far here today, unfortunately, as West Virginia State is trying to see where the player is that's down.
He's on he's around the 15 on the state side.
Okay, he's covered up by the sideline. A little bit more here, but yeah, just one timeout remaining for both teams here in this fourth quarter. 49-25. And again, we knew this was going to be a tough test for West Virginia State coming in with how strong Carson Newman has been against the Mountain State teams and how strong they usually are. But West Virginia State's had a lot of good flashes today.
Well, they actually have.
Sides.
And I feel like they're going to have a very good season as they compete in the Mountain East Conference. I think every week is going to be a battle, but that's what you expect when you have a conference as diverse as the Mountain East. I think finding their offensive identity and being able to maintain that identity. But defensively, even though they've given up 49 points, defense has played stellar.
And again, after his first couple drives of the game for Carson Newman, I mean, even those were slightly contested, but defense has been tough here in the second half. As we said, though, those turnovers deep in their own end just really created an easy field for Carson Newman, much like this kick return. Now here on 3rd and 1, they hand it off up the middle, pushing forward, still fighting for the end zone. Looks like he's going to be just a little shy at the 1 yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Solon's on the carry.
Solon's that big body once again just pushing forward.
I was going to say West Virginia State needs a turnover.
Yeah, I'd say you'll see them try and rip at the ball here as much as possible if they get a chance to. Solon's still going to be the deep back here on 1st and goal. As under center is Luttrell. He'll give it off to Solon, just dives forward, and he's into the end zone for another touchdown for him on the afternoon. As Carson Newman has cracked the 50-point barrier, they're now at 55-25. And now we got another injury down here for West Virginia State.
I was going to say he took a shot. I mean, they all kind of collapsed on that gap. And, I mean, that was the player who was in that gap. So he had about 2 or 3 players that fell on top of him. I can't get a number right now. That's one that looks like one of the defensive linemen.
Okay, thankfully he rolled over there. He had been motionless for a couple of seconds, but he was able to roll over onto his back as the training staff comes out to take a look at him. And hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him. That's what we kind of talked about on some of those blocks that you don't see coming. They just absolutely knock the wind out of you. It takes you a few minutes to kind of get your bearings back.
I think the number that we're seeing on there is 90. Can't get the second number, but it's a 90. So it's definitely one of those defensive linemen. I can't see what the second number is, so we'll wait until we...
Again, can't see if they're working on any specific area right now. Just from our vantage point.
Can't tell.
Yeah. But we do have one West Virginia State player doing push-ups in the end zone right now. Trying to keep himself loose, but yeah, now he pops to his feet. Number 92.
It's number 92.
That would be Amari Lewis out of Parkville, Maryland, the senior. He slowly gets towards the sidelines here, thankfully up walking under his own power.
And that D-line has been pressed all day today. I mean, those guys, they should definitely get to go first at training table tonight.
Oh, for real. Yeah, it is. This long afternoon, it's been a battle in the trenches all day just for each inch against this tough triple option team from Carson Newman.
Another kicker, New.
Now they try and take their largest lead of the afternoon on this extra point, and they do as the extra point through. It's 56-25 in favor of the Eagles. We'll be back after this as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
For a path to success in service, The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
(56-25), Carson Newman in control with 8:35 to play. As kickoff will come down to Williams. He'll make the grab at about the 15. Comes near side of the 20, 25, cuts up field across the 30 and goes down about the 34-yard line. So, and we talked about it during break. Is this the time you start seeing a lot of the twos come out on both sides, Ken?
You would think you want to give some game time, actually reps, but it looks like they're going with the ones. All the ones are still out. So, Coach obviously wants to see something that he hasn't seen yet.
I was going to say maybe one more offensive drive here again. They were able to drive down and get the score on the last possession. Maybe see if they can get something else going here to have a little momentum into next week. As Bess will fire near side, completes it to Johnson. He's out across the 40 to about the 41, and now there's a late hit. And again, nothing thrown. Again, West Virginia State player came in and knocked down the Carson Newman player very late on that play, but I'd say something transpired before that too.
Yeah, I'd say they've made their acquaintance over the course of this game.
Yeah, 3 hours playing line of scrimmage, you get really sick of a couple of the guys across the way from you after a while. They hand it off to Pessoa here on 2nd and 2, and he's able to get free, and he'll get the first down out across the 45. Again, not sure how much playing time he's gotten so far this season, but I'd say he's earning his way onto the field a little bit more and more with each carry he's had here in the second half.
I think he played a lot in game one when I was reviewing statistics. He was the second leading rusher. So, he did get some reps in that first game. He's got a lot more in his second half, though.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Bess will roll out far side under pressure, fires late and incomplete as that pass a little bit behind his intended target, that time Nate Baker. So 2nd and 10 with 7:21 to play here in the fourth. And now you've got, looks like a lineman a little bit gimpy.
He's cramping. He's asking to come out, so he's going to go down.
And it's Dalton Hall. And tried to get back towards the line of scrimmage, but just couldn't. So now he goes down, and they'll attend to him. So while they attend to him, we'll step aside and be back right after this as you're watching college football here on MEC TV.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Teays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community.
Back to action here at Dickerson Stadium. As Bess on 2nd and 10 gives it off to Pessoa. Gets towards midfield, got a late push there. Down to Carson Newman territory, pick up about 5 on that second surge, and now a little bit more extracurricular here as this game winds down.
These guys are just getting to know each other. He's inviting them down for some kind of holiday festival. Johnson City probably has a nice little fall festival, some apples.
And tell them we'll go get barbecue after this game.
Yeah, some different things that they want to kind of show them.
It's 3rd and 6 now to be called officially. As Best will shift Pessoa out. Looking downfield, fires off the hands of his intended receiver and incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th and 6, 6:40 to go.
They're still going at it. Yeah, they're still going at it. I tell you what I want to see. And I think going back and looking on film, what West Virginia State's going to find out is that they've had some opportunities to actually go deep. I think they're going to have to, work offensively to tell, when you got these opportunities, you got these shots, you have his speed on the outside, you have size on the outside, your quarterback's going to have to give his, a deep look. He's going short, but a lot of these guys are running down the field open.
Now they will go for it here on 4th and 6 under pressure as Best. He'll roll out. Receiver falls down. He'll heave it out there anyway and incomplete. And that is...
They miss one there.
Yeah, again, he had one receiver fall down and then just kind of heaved one up for bunch as a prayer.
He was held. And actually, when you go back and see this on replay, you're going to see his jersey getting tugged. When Best was telling him to go long, the DB is going to grab his jersey and hold it. And, I mean, if there's not a lot of things we've said about the officials today. It's been a pretty cleanly officiated game. But Pennington should definitely be upset about that because that's the difference between a first down. And in a game such as this, it may seem minor, but in a game where the scoring margin is closer, that could be the difference between a win or a loss. Yeah. So be consistent.
Now Carson Newman will likely go to work on the clock here with 6:32 remaining. They have a new quarterback in the game, handed off up the middle. Not a whole lot there this time, but new quarterback be Gavin Gosnell. So the third quarterback we've seen today for the Eagles.
And it looks like they've changed all of their personnel. It looks like they have some new linemen in, but all the backs receivers have changed. So they've actually gone to the 2s right now.
I'd say that'd probably be most of the case for West Virginia State, too. As Gosnell keeps it off the left side, and he's going to get tackled for a loss in the backfield. So that'll be a loss of about 6 on the play.
And it's Luke Richard.
That was a good job coming through that time. As that'll put it down to 3rd and 12 for the Eagles.
3rd down and 12.
With 5.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, Gosnell just using as much of the clock as he can here. Handed off. No, keeps it this time. Coming near side, trying to shake free, but not much real estate to work with after that pitch got to him and tackled immediately as maybe a couple of yards for Adebayo.
I got to tell you, you're QB3 when they tell you to run pitch, and you're sitting there looking at him like, seriously, coach? So he ran it, and he went out here to try to block, but he's like, Coach, we're up 56 to 25. I don't think you really want me out here blocking.
Yeah. He's like, give it a shot.
He really wanted to do that, call that dive play.
So that'll be 4th down and 8, and Carson Newman will punt it away, leading at 56 to 25 as they get a man on late, so they'll reset the play clock. State puts a rush on, but this one, a spiraling kick, will get away as it'll land at about the 15. Takes a hop for Carson Newman. It'll go out of bounds close to the 8-yard line.
And they only had 10 players out there on the field.
Substitutions have been an issue today for State.
Yeah, I don't understand this. I mean, this seems like it's as simple as the concepts. You count it out. You actually have your punt team or kickoff coverage sitting here on the sidelines, and your coach counts them before they go out. But there were only 10 players on that punt return.
Now we got a personal foul signaled here against West Virginia State, so that's going to pin them back even further. So they may be starting from inside their own 5 now.
And they're still the starters are still out.
Again, they're going to try and get their reps in with their ones.
This is a very dangerous play right here.
And again, we've seen things go awry deep in their own territory here today. Again, the fumble they had in the third quarter was kind of the beginning of the end of State's chances in this game. As Best drops to throw, fires, and too tall for his intended man, Ray. It'll be 2nd and 10. Like I said, they found a rhythm in the passing game there in the second quarter. It's just not been able to transfer over into the second half as well.
And I think a lot of it has to do with field position. If you look at where West Virginia State has started their second half series, their drives, they're starting inside their 20, which limits what you can do with your 4-wide offense.
Now Bess will take the snap, gives it off to Pessoa. He'll find a little gap out across the 10 and get held up there at about the 11. So it'll be about a 6-yard pickup and make it third down and more manageable here. So at least get out of the shadow of their own end zone. And they'll call it 3rd and 3, it looks like. So we're under 3:45 remaining here in the contest. This got him to jump.
Free
He's
play.
got a free play. Down the sideline and incomplete as he tried to hit his man on a deep go. A little too far for a ride. But that'll be a first down for State after the encroachment penalty.
And again, you do have some positive that you can take out of this particular drive, hopefully. And I think the goal of this, if you really think about this, from where they started, if they can go down and score, that leaves the offense at least with a good taste that they've scored points in the second half. Additional points in the second half, but I think he just wants to see consistency.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing right now. If you're West Virginia State, you just want to try and find some tempo, find some stuff to get out of here with a positive note on as Pessoa gets the handoff across the 20-yard line. So he'll pick up about 4 yards and bring up 2nd and 6.
Floyd in on the tackle for Carson Newman.
And again, Carson Newman will remain undefeated since World War II against West Virginia schools.
Nice big play.
There's a nice pass and catch to Williams. As Williams, he's had a nice day today as he gets it out to the 40-yard line.
I was going to say, his all-purpose yardage is going to be good. The concern is going to be he got a lot of yardage on kick returns today.
Yeah, including that blocked extra point that he ran back for 2 points. So the 17-yard pickup right there. 2:45 remaining here in the fourth. As Bess hands it off to Pessoa, cuts back inside, and he'll pick up about 3 yards, maybe 4 out to the 44-yard line. West Virginia State trying to go down for one more score. Okay, so they will bring Bess out now.
And it's Caleb Chatua, 6 foot 185 junior.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Now he'll get his first look of the afternoon as we close in on the 2-minute timeout. And there it is. So with 2 minutes to go, we'll take a timeout and be back after this as you're watching college football action here on MEC TV.
You have dreams.
Where do you start to build the skills necessary to make them happen?
At West Virginia State, you learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go or what you want to do,
It starts at State.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
2-minute warning here as West Virginia State with the ball, trailing at 56-25. Chris Kidd with you, Kent Bryson alongside me, Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And again, taking a look ahead here on the MEC Network. Again, be back next week, Ken. Again, they face off against West Liberty here at home next Friday.
Actually, it's next Saturday. Saturday, it's at 6.
So we get a little bit college football action on Saturday next week here on the MEC Network, as now taking off inside the 50. 45, big hit late on there. His helmet comes flying off of Gentua. He'll have to come out for a play since the helmet came off. You hear the crowd's reaction again. They love the aggressiveness of backup QB.
I got to tell you, this is kind of a scary situation when you have a quarterback who runs and takes a hit like that. But then he got up and he started smiling. As a defender, I think I would be kind of scared by that. Like he kind of liked that.
Yeah, it's like he's a little bit. He's tougher than we might think.
Yeah, he kind of liked that.
So it gets nowhere on the carry, and now Best will come back out. As we're down to a minute 22 to go. Again, West Virginia State still with one timeout here.
And I tell you, as a coach, there's certain things that you like to see that you've seen. You may have to insert a goal line package for number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, because obviously he likes to run and he likes to, that contact. And that's something that you may need.
He scrambles away
on those tough yards.
Oh, took another hit towards the sidelines. He goes out along the CARSON NEWMAN side with 56 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think he likes contact a little too much. The coach is going to tell him he needs to go down a little bit. You gotta learn how to slide.
Yeah, I tell you, whenever you get your chances and your reps, I mean, this turns into your Super Bowl and your opportunity to try and show that, maybe I deserve more snaps out here or more chances out here. So, yeah, these moments are big for the second teamers on both sides.
Absolutely. Whatever it takes to win, I think is what all these players are buying into. And I really like the effort that's been given by West Virginia State, to the end.
Gentua back to throw, looking deep. Fires one out there, but going to overshoot everyone. Now he's got an arm on him. That'll bring up 4th and 9 with 50 seconds to go.
You know what, 4th and 9 with 50 seconds to go, when you're down, playbook's wide open.
Oh, yeah.
Wide open.
I said, you don't want to show anything that you may need down the road, but, yeah, you'll go ahead and run anything right here.
Oh, anything.
You feel like. And especially with something with a lot of your second teamers out there.
I think they're going to the end zone. Watch number 6 on this play.
Yeah, it's lined up now over on the near side as back to throw is Gentua. Setting up, looking, fires across his body, and intercepted. Could be interference, and yeah, there it is. Again, looked like contact before the ball got there, and that will eliminate the interception.
He was targeting 6. I thought the 6 was going to do an option route and go in and then back out. Mm-hmm. You could tell how he was kind of lining up. There was a little bit of familiarity between the quarterback and the receiver, but I think we got bailed out on that one. That may have been a little bit uncatchable, but I understand they didn't call the hold on the other side. So,
yeah, I'm like you. I don't think the pass was catchable, but at the same time, the interference definitely was.
It was there.
Yeah, it was definitely there.
It was there before too, but it was definitely there then.
It's now 43 seconds left. Keeps the drive alive as West Virginia State down inside the 25 at the 23. As they'll hand it off here off the left side. Not a whole lot available. And now the clock will roll as McAdoo couldn't find any open space, picks up a yard. As again, West Virginia State still with one timeout remaining, but they may forego that here in these final few seconds.
2nd and 9 from the 22.
As Gentua will take the snap, fakes it to McAdoo,
got
rolls
that tight
out.
end.
And he'll fire it short to him. Avoids the first tackler, but then gets lit up by the second one as a short gain on the play. Available there to Kevin McCarty. And the final seconds tick off. And CARSON NEWMAN will win it today, 56-25, over West Virginia State University here in the Yellow Jackets home opener. Well, we'll step aside for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll recap today's action here from Dickerson Stadium as you are watching college football action here on MEC TV.
Thank you for your attendance and thank you for your support.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
My name is Lizzie Hess, and I am a cosmetologist in Teays Valley, West Virginia. The Jumpstart Savings Program is a career savings account, and it just helps to save money so that you can invest in yourself or invest in products that you would need with whatever technical career you're currently in.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses.
Having funds to be able to supply anything that I need is awesome.
Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
56-25, your final here this afternoon from Dickerson Stadium. CARSON NEWMAN over the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets. Well, again, final thoughts here today. Again, the defense, did play very well in the second half. We look at the final total yards, 457 for CARSON NEWMAN, 344 for the Yellow Jackets. Again, so the defense only gave up a little over 100 yards in the second half, but again, a couple turnovers, set up short fields for CARSON NEWMAN, along with a long kick return, which set up a score. So again, this game definitely a little bit more close than what the final score indicates here. Again, it's a strong CARSON NEWMAN team, but West Virginia State, I think, showed a lot today that they could definitely be a threat in the MEC going forward this year.
And I think that in addition to everything that you said, Chris, one thing we still have to remember is that these are young athletes who suffered a tremendous loss.
Absolutely.
The fact that they were competing today after suffering that loss, that in and of itself is a victory. You may not have a victory final on the stats. It may not go down as a victory in regards to the record. But if you look at what they represented, the best of West Virginia State University, the best of being a Yellow Jacket, they succeeded in that aspect of it. And I think, when you really look at the impact of Harrington as a player, I've noticed this earlier and we didn't mention it, but his jersey actually sits across the field. CARSON NEWMAN brought a jersey, the number 31 jersey, and it's set there at the 50-yard line, and it's still there now, even though both the teams are sort of huddled. That jersey has remained. So that's an everlasting presence, I believe, for this particular team, both teams, and for this season. So moving forward, there's still a lot of football to be played. There's still a lot of goals that you have. Most teams have a goal to win every week. Mm-hmm. But, the season-long goals, winning your conference, making the playoffs, all those things are still within West Virginia State University's the graphs is still there for them. So I tell you, this has been a fantastic event. Folks, as we said before, if you've not gone to a Mountain East game, you're really missing out on a true treasure that exists within this particular state and this particular region. This is where you want to be. And hopefully we'll be back here next week. But we really would like for you to be here, too, because, this is fantastic when you see it live.
Absolutely. Again, great venue, great game here today. But, again, it's CARSON NEWMAN coming out on top 56-25 here this afternoon. Obviously, our thoughts definitely with the Harrington family and hopefully some positives will be able to come out of such a horrible situation on that end of things. But again, we want to thank everyone who is with us here today. Want to thank Mr. Mounts, our engineer, for being here as well. Want to thank Mr. Bryson being alongside me here today.
And we got to thank Mr. Kidd.
I appreciate it. For all of us here on MEC, we want to thank you once again for spending part of your Friday with us. We'll see you next Saturday here on MEC TV.
Go Jackets.
Some positives will be able to come out of such a horrible situation on that end of things. But again, we want to thank everyone who is with us here today. Want to thank Mr. Mounts, our engineer, for being here as well. Want to thank Mr. Bryson being alongside me here today.
And we got to thank Mr. Kidd.
I appreciate it. For all of us here on MEC, we want to thank you once again for spending part of your Friday with us. We'll see you next Saturday here on MEC TV.
Go Jackets.